Welcome to Divine Apparel, your ultimate destination for trendy fashion that speaks to your soul. Whether you're looking for the perfect t-shirt to express your personality, a stylish snapback to complete your look, or a cozy hoodie for those chill days, we've got you covered. At Divine Apparel, we believe that every piece should empower you. Divine Apparel, where your style is a reflection of who you are.
Family, welcome to another edition of Moorish Workd TV. I'm your host, Brother Sahaka Bay. Tonight will be a doozy. Yes, indeed. How y'all doing? Tonight we have the esteemed brother. Yes, indeed. We have the esteemed. Woo! This going to be a good one. Do y'all remember all the shows that just happened in the past few weeks since he was on the show? Anybody remember? So tonight is going to be a good show, family. It's going to be a good show. Divine 7 of Law, you had some kombucha. Hey, that kombucha, listen, I keep mine on deck. I don't want to promote these people because they need to endorse me first. But I keep mine on deck. Man, listen, kombucha is I'm going to start making my own. That's what I'm going to do. Because the kombucha is good for the digestive system. Much of the food that you eat gets stuck in your digestive tract. If you eat meat, oh my goodness, yeah, you might want to consider kombucha, especially if you eat meat. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of the meat that you eat, it takes so long to really break down and almost get to the point where it can completely be out your system in the form of poop. So yeah, you definitely kombucha is good. It gives you good gut health. Good gut health. You know what I'm talking about. And you Divine 7 of Law, so you know you got to have good gut health. you gotta teach the 85ers, man. You got to be in tip top shape to do that. That's a serious job, Divine 7. Man, listen, did y'all see the 85er that was on there the other night? Frederick. Good goodness of gracious. Now, he might was an 85 /10%. Yeah, he probably was a little bit 85 /10%. Frederick was something else. Frederick ain't love nothing but a Negro. Oh my goodness. Frederick had a real problem with Negroes, man. Seriously, man. I thought the Moors was something. Yeah. I thought the Moors was something. Back in the day, they used to say, you hanging around Negroes, black and colors. And I'd be like, ain't your mama referring to herself as black? Like, why are you saying this to me when your mama, the sister, and probably the sister that you're with, don't even see what you're talking about, what you're talking to me. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Frederick was something else, man. Salam, what's up, Nakpa? Frederick was something else. Fred said, every example Fred gave about a situation about degradation, he was pointing to the hood. He said the hood, that's all they do is twerk. And hey, don't nobody work in the hood. All they do is smoke weed. There's no one abstaining in the hood. Like what? Like what? Like what is wrong with this guy, man? Family, we're about to get turned up in a minute, man. Listen, family, listen, I need y'all to share this at least 2 platforms. This is going to be the second of a series. And let me apologize. You know, we delayed one. We were supposed to come back a week ago. And then we were supposed to go back a week ago. And then I don't know what happened. And then we decided to do it. Today is a special day. It's November the 2nd. And so with that being said, without no further ado, because we got a long ways to go, family, without no further ado, I got to bring the brother in. This is going to be amazing. I don't think that many people can do an interview like I'm about to do Brother Shabazz. I don't think so. And I think a lot of the reason is because I do have extensive knowledge of the subject matter. You know what I'm saying? I've been following. So one thing for sure and two things for certain. I will never deny the fact that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan inspired me to say we need to do something about this Moorish Science Temple of America ideal, because when he left Wallace Muhammad, he put the NOI on his back. And I'm of the thought that Farrakhan right there is the person that we should all strive to be, because that Farrakhan right there, he wasn't taking no shorts. That Farrakhan right there, he was not making concessions for anybody. You know what I mean? That Farrakhan right there was the Farrakhan. After I look back, I was like, man, somebody need to put the Moorish Science Temple of America on their back and show people what it is, even if people may not agree to it totally. You know what I'm saying? At least they can know what it is. And just like the NOI, you may not agree with the NOI structure, teachings, or what have you totally, but you cannot deny that the Minister Farrakhan put it on his back. You feel me? Now, when we get into the up into the 90s and going into the 2000s, we start to see a different Minister Louis Farrakhan. But that Farrakhan from the 78, I would think 80, 90, all the way up into the 90s. Yeah. That Farrakhan right there. Woo! And I'm telling you that we should all aspire to have a principle in something and willing to ride it out and all the way to the end till it reached the point that you think it's supposed to reach. But with that being said, family, I hope y'all ready. I hope y'all ready for the good brother, family. I'm not going to give no long intro. I'm just looking at the back screen, making sure he's in position. Once he's in position, yeah, it's going all the way down, family. It's going all the way down. You know what I mean? We got him in the building, family. Good goodness of gracious, he in the building. I hope he lower his camera a little more, because it's sharp as 13 tacks. It ain't taking no slack. He on his way to the building, family. Yeah, I'm only waiting until we get 100 people in. We know by the time we get the rolling, the number's going to jump. But I'm just waiting until we can get 100 people. We got 90. We don't start less than 100. We're going to do like the grifters do when they try to sell you something. Come on, hit it up. That's right. Send it to your friend. That's right. Send it. Now let me give me a shout out to my brother channel, Baba Everything Fire. Everything Fire. I was going over some of his interviews to give me. Oh, we got 100 people in the building. I got to bring you in the screen, brother, and I got to finish my conversation. I got to bring you in, brother. Dude, we got 100 people in the building. Let me see. Let me hear you say something. I can't hear you though. Let me hear you say something.
Yeah, peace to the God.
Oh my goodness! Up jump the God. Hey, brother.
Melchisedek Supreme Shabazz Allah, the universal high priest of the nation of Islam on earth and in the universe.
Good goodness. So listen, brother. I want to ask you, since you don't need no introduction, I want to ask you this. Do you agree with me that the Farrakhan that initially left Wallace Muhammad was a Farrakhan that we should aspire to be like? I was saying that Farrakhan, when he broke off with Wallace, he put the NOI on his back. He wasn't taking no slack. He was calling the devil. He was calling the truth for what it was. And you know, sometimes even with Jesse Jackson, he was helping Jesse Jackson in the camp. That was a different.
Lock the door.
That was a different, what's the name? Would you agree that because a lot of times people would say, well, Melchisedek, why you keep coming at Farrakhan? Can we give Farrakhan some props? That Farrakhan was something else, wasn't it?
Farrakhan was the bomb.
Come on, That's what I like to hear.
Under the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Just like he said it, under the Methodist teachings, for those first up and from 1965 to 1975, Mr. Farrakhan was untouchable.
Come on, man. See,
He
this
was
without
the man.
brother.
He
This
was
is what
the man, and I support him 1,000% because he took care of the business. Okay.
Hey, brother, this is why I have to say to you that I have the utmost respect for you because you don't only tell the truth. Oh, bro, you got to turn your mic up. They say your mic is a little bit low.
Mic it down. You can't hear my mic?
Let me see if I can turn it up for
Hold
you.
on just a minute. My technician's right here. Come turn this mic up, honey.
Because I can hear you good. But what I wanted to say, you can hear me good. That's a good thing. But what I wanted to say is that she turning the mic up. Look at that. Look at that. That brother sharp, boy. Let me see. Let me see if I can turn it up on my end too. Let me see what I got here. Bam. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I got something I can do. I don't know what I can do here, but let me see.
Can you raise it a little bit so they can see the whole top of me?
Yeah, I'm trying to. How is he sounding now?
Come down. I want them to see the crown. Let them see the crown.
Yes, we gotta get right. Let me see how can I do this. Boom. All right, let me see.
That's about the best you can do. That's about the best you. Well, they sold me my FOI uniform, the white one, before anyway.
But you're looking good. All you gotta do is sit back just a little bit.
Yeah, but
and bring the camera down. But let me make sure you still a little bit low. They say, why are you low to them? But I can hear you good. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get you right. Let me see if I can.
You got that, but you gotta get
You good right there. I just need to get your volume right now. Let me see. I'm gonna try to get this volume right. Let me see if I hold on, family. Stand by. Stand by. It should be something on here so I can get this volume right.
Can you hear me plainly? Plain?
I can hear you clear. But somebody say I should turn my mic down. Good goodness gracious. All right, how I sound now? Turn my mic down. Oh, somebody say, Asar say they hear you fine. All right, we want to just make sure.
How's everything now?
Everybody, I got a few people say they hear you clearly. Okay, they say you good. Let's get it. So brother, so this is why I respect you, because even if, bro, the last time you was on here, we said somebody asked a question about Master Wallace Muhammad about looking like a European or something like that, and you had to laugh yourself, and then you just put it out there like, yeah, there's a picture out there where he looks like yeah, and you're just so real with it, brother. And so I wanted to ask that because I heard a lot of people will get upset with you because you talk about the Farrakhan of today. But you are qualified to talk about the Farrakhan of today or the past 10 years, 15 years, or whatever, because you actually walked with Farrakhan on this journey. So you're qualified. You know what I'm saying?
The average person of today, they don't even know Farrakhan. Okay, half of them don't even know Farrakhan. They don't even know his history. They're just running their mouth or what they heard from somebody else said. Anytime you want to know about Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan, you understand, you got to talk to a brother who was there with Farrakhan from the beginning. I've been knowing Farrakhan from 1960. Okay, Minister Farrakhan and Brother Clarence 13x, which is the father of God's earth, we was all in the same temple together under Minister Malcolm. There was no Farrakhan until Malcolm shaped, formed, and fashioned him with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and then sent him to Boston as a captain. He was as a captain first, and then he became the minister of Boston.
Let me ask you a question.
Now, if anybody can't deal with reality, then stay in the church, stay in the dynamics of Scientology, stay with the Orthodox and Sunni Islam. You can go there and stay there because we have no time for your foolishness, because this is the day of reality. If you can't face reality, then use a robot, you program, use a puppet, you understand, and use a parrot, and you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're like a Frankenstein. So face reality. Stop being stupid. Stop. Get away from that idol worshiping. You understand what I'm trying to say? According to the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, there's only one God, Master Farrakhan Muhammad. Only one messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Everybody else, even myself, we are just students. Students don't follow students. Students follow the teacher, and the teacher is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
What would you say? What would you say to someone that say, well, brother, isn't Farrakhan doing exactly what all of the students should be doing?
No, today, lately, Mr. Farrakhan is not teaching the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it. Just like he said it. No, he made a lot of different moves that's not in accord with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and everybody knows that. So all those that know that, let's stop playing stupid. Let's face reality and accept the reality of the fact that he made a lot of unnecessary moves. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad left us temples, not mosques.
Right.
Wallace brought in that mosque thing.
Right.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad left us the blackboard in every temple, which is the Christianity, which one shall survive the war of Armageddon, which is Christianity with slavery, suffering, and death, and Islam is freedom, justice, and equality, with a black man hanging from a tree. Everybody knows that. Now you go to these temples now, the temples still have it, but in Mosque Mariam they don't have it. You understand what I'm trying to say? This is the actual fact. The messenger never named a temple after a woman. There is no mosque in the world named after a woman. None.
What is the? If maybe you can break down the science of that, maybe because the woman is the womb and the mother of civilization, or what is the science behind that?
Hold up, not the mother of Jesus. The mother of Jesus was she was a virgin before she had slept with Joseph. Okay.
Stop, Melchisedek. Hold on. You going too raw now, brother. Come on with it, though. I like it.
This is Bible. This is all in the Bible. They know this.
Right.
She was a virgin until she slept with Joseph. Joseph was a married man. The whole history is right there on my website for 24 years. Joseph was a married man and had a wife and 6 children.
Good night.
Now, Joseph and Mary was childhood sweethearts. But Joseph wanted to marry Mary, but her mother wouldn't let her marry Joseph because he was a poor man. So Joseph went and married another woman and had 6 children.
I didn't know this part.
Okay.
This new to me. I like this. We got to get into this one on another show, but go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Okay, now, check this out. So during her father being a traveling man and going away on a business trip, Mary was left by herself. She became frightened because a dust storm rose up, which is dark, a dust storm. So she got frightened. So she called for Joseph. Now, how you going to call Joseph if you don't know where he's at? And Joseph was married to another woman with 6 children. But you called him because you was frightened. So Joseph left his wife and 6 children and came to her.
Yeah, they had to be Asiatics because that's a real Asiatics type situation.
And so, like, he come to her, and then in that relationship, that's when they became involved because under like a trap, okay? And then she got pregnant with Jesus. Now, the reason why Jesus was born in the hay stall, because the Jews had found that she was pregnant, which was a fornication, they would have stoned her. They would have killed her. Right. That's why she was born in a hay stall. Okay, and then when she had the baby, Joseph had to get her and the baby out of Palestine and take her down in in Egypt, because the Jews had found out that she was pregnant with Jesus, had the baby. The Jews would kill all of them.
Right. So isn't that a significant story to name the mosque Mariam?
No. He had no business naming the mosque Marion because that's not his mosque. That mosque was built with the believers. Gaddafi, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, got $3 million from Gaddafi, okay? And the believers gave him the other $1 million, which was the $4 million that he purchased for Temple number 2. Headquarters was Temple number 2, Okay? Now, Farrakhan knows that. Who gave him permission to change the name from Temple Number 2 to Mars Mariana? Everything is put by vote. You're supposed to bring that to the attention of the believers. You can't take it upon yourself to do what you want to do. This is a nation. It's not no one-man show.
Right.
Everything's supposed to go. The message said, after me is a government. The nation will run like a government. A government run by rules, regulations, no dictatorship. You okay?
Right.
Whatever moves is made should be brought to the congregation, and they decide by voting what to do. Nobody approved of the Temple Number 2 being Mars Mariana. That was his decision, which he had no right to do that because it's not his temple. It's the messenger's temple.
But do you have any let me say it like this. Do you have any evidence that no one have tried to inform him or tried to talk to him? Has anybody ever tried to say
Mr. Farrakhan is surrounded by program mentality, get along to go along. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, sirs. Parents. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Okay? Handpicked. You don't have nobody to encourage him about different things. In other words, they're afraid to ask questions, afraid to make moves, afraid to. What are you afraid of? If you understand the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, this is a brotherhood, not dictatorship. It's a brotherhood. He knows that. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, it was Wallace who changed Temple to Mars.
Right.
Now, everybody that went with Wallace was a hypocrite. Everybody that went with Wallace was a hypocrite. Even members of the Messenger's family. Okay, let's get that straight. This is actual fact. Now, let me make this plain to everybody out there. When you hear me speaking, I'm talking to the FBI, the CIA, Homeland Security, Guards on Earth, Nation of Islam, Christianity, Sunni, Orthodox and Sunni Islam, Dionysian Gentile. I am speaking to the world. Even my lawyers is watching this.
Right.
So I don't have to lie. When I stand in front of the world, I come with the truth, or I don't come with it at all. Because the whole world is listening to what I'm saying, and everything I say is being documented. It's being documented.
Good
you
goodness,
know what I'm trying to say? So no.
You hot, man. Like we say round way, you hot, man.
Yeah, because this is 94 years and these teachings been out there, and there's no more time for foolishness. All these weak minds, and the messenger made it plain, speak firm, and these teachings is not for cowards. So if you're a coward, if you too afraid to speak up the truth and represent the teaching of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like he taught it, word for word, right and exact, don't add to it, don't take away from it like he said it, then you are a coward. And that's the reason why you go along to get along, and your reward is probably a bean pie and a carrot cake.
Good goodness gracious. Brother, do you think that you're going too hard, brother?
No, this is true. If you can't handle it, and if you can't handle it, that's on you. But this is the truth, actual fact. And you won't find nobody out there to say that what I'm saying is untrue, wrong, or I don't know what I'm talking about. You're talking to a God that's there. I've been there. I've been there since 1960, and before 1960, 3 years in prison studying under Malcolm X. Okay? All right, so you can't tell me nothing about these teachers. It's word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it, just like he said it. And the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain. Leave my teaching as is. Don't change my teaching. So if anybody out there trying to change the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and you have nothing better to replace it with, you should keep your damn mouth shut and follow what he told you, or either leave the teachings alone anyway. Now you can teach whatever you want to teach, but don't use his name to try to shield your dirty religion. We got a whole young generation coming behind us. We want to leave them actual facts. We want to leave them supreme knowledge, wisdom, understanding, so they can take this wisdom to another level, you understand what I'm trying to say, and do something constructive for everybody. Well, you can't leave a bunch of confusion, a bunch of dreaming, a bunch of negative activity. We got children coming behind us. I'm 88 years old. Next month I'll be 89. And I'm going to sit down and let this not pertain to one individual. I'm going to let a bunch of jackasses play with the word of God. Anybody who tries to play with the word of God or change the word of God is a hypocrite and a devil and a bloodsucker. And I'm making that plain. I'm talking to everybody, not just one person. Everybody. Anybody who tries to change the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is the word of God, and you bear witness that Almighty God Allah came to person of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad. You bear witness that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is the last and greatest messenger. You gave your word, that your word is born. Your born is life. You give your life before your word shall fail. You made that commitment. Now, if you go against that and try to change that, then all you did was turn around and became a hypocrite and a Yaku grafted devil. And that goes for me, and everybody else.
What about the idea that you could get more bees by honey? In other words, if you would try to come together with some of the people who may have been misguided, misinformed, that you might can turn them in the direction back to what it was originally designed for.
Hey, talk about it.
Because I get a lot of calls about the way that I demonstrate. I got a lot of calls from you, like you're a Farrakhan hater and things of that nature. What about if you can track more bees with honey?
Nobody can say I'm a Farrakhan hater because I promoted Farrakhan more than all those out there. You ain't got a administration, laborer, or official, a captain, lieutenant, or a secretary, okay?
Right.
That promoted Minister Farrakhan more than me. You ain't got nobody in the Nation of Islam that promoted Minister Farrakhan more than me, other than Chicago.
Right.
Like
now listen.
I said before, everybody know I bought the Final Call building to 125th Street.
Right.
And every weekend out there with 1,000, not 1, 2, 1,000 of Minister Farrakhan's lectures and interviews and things. Every weekend, 1,000, 12 hours a day. Everybody knows that. That's the reason why I'm pissed off with these damn hypocrites who still trying to play with the teachers. The message just made it plain. If you don't accept the teachings, just leave it alone.
All right, let me spin it around, because we talked about Farrakhan on the last show in depth a little bit, but let's swing it around to our brother, Father Allah, Clarence 13x. What can you give us the layout, if you will, of Father Allah? What transpired that would lead Father Allah to say, you know what, I'm out of this and I'm putting it here? Or did he do that? Explain to us.
Father Allah and we was in the public speaking class together on Tuesday. Malcolm had a public speaking class. He was good. He got some people more advanced than others. He mastered the lessons. You understand what I'm trying to say? He was qualified to be an assistant minister, or either one that can come and warm up the congregation to bring Malcolm on. Okay, right. You had others that was doing that, but they didn't have the qualifications that he had. But equality means to be equal in everything. If you can warm up, do it one Sunday, why can't I do it the next Sunday? Why I have to be? If I'm more qualified than you, more of attractive, because he had a Father Allah, the Clarence 13x, he had a magnetic attracting power. So if you see he has a magnetic attracting power, bringing more people in, then let him bring be the one to open up, and bring in, warm up the congregation to bring Malcolm on. Then at that particular time, lessons was being held back. You're going to get that question and answer at a time. You okay, I'm trying to say? So anyway, they always have a problem with a black seed, because you got that little racial thing in there too. That like white thing. You understand what I'm trying to say? Even got it going on today. Most of everybody out there, you call it light. It ain't about light. It's about black. It's 14 shades of black. 4 shades of brown, 4 shades of red, 4 shades, and 4 shades of yellow. It's 14. It's 4 shades of black. 4 shades of black, 4 shades of brown, 4 shades of red, 4 shades of yellow, and they're all original people. So there's no need for you to feel like the dark got to be in the back. and all the light got to be up front. Come on, stop that foolishness. The world is seeing all this, all this. You understand?
Right.
But anyway, so when Father-in-law, they start holding back the lessons and start preventing him for one to, to move up the road, move up.
Hold up. When you say they preventing him, are you saying Malcolm, or are you who's preventing Father-in-law? Because I don't think, listen, Brother Shabazz, listen, I don't think many people really understand the transition of Father-in-law. Many people just say he left the temple and he took it to the streets and took it to the younger generations. But this is why it's so unique that, brother, hold on, brother. This is why our conversation is so unique, because I think I can ask the questions that the people want to know but never thought to ask. And I hope that's what I'm doing here. So please break that down and take your time. And for once and for all, break it down of the transition. So who was blocking our brother Father-in-law from taking it to the streets?
Yusuf, Captain Joseph.
Okay, gotcha.
Malcolm loved that type of response. Right. Malcolm loved that. Malcolm loved that reality. Black man's God, white man. That was Malcolm. That's what Malcolm taught. Malcolm ain't never taught no watered down Christianity. Malcolm ain't never taught no Orthodox Sunni Islam. Malcolm ain't never taught no Dionysian Scientology. Malcolm's whole thing was lessons. Lessons. You know what I'm saying? When you was in FOI class, you studied lessons. There wasn't no Quran there.
Right.
If you want to get weak, read that Quran. The Quran produces weak individuals. You want to be a God? Study the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Bro, you got to be careful, but there is millions and millions of people that have changed and transformed their life with the Quran, though, Melchisedek.
They changed and formed their life with the Quran, and some of them walk around like they're 9 months pregnant, waiting for somebody to give them a baby shower. When they read the Quran, they smoking marijuana. They got their woman walking 10 feet behind them, carrying the groceries and the laundry. They want to have 4 wives, and 4 wives, everybody's on welfare, and he home smoking marijuana. Don't tell me about them Sunnis. I know about them Sunnis. You understand what I'm trying to say? Sunnis are perpetrating, and they believe in a mystery God. And the same Sunnis that you're talking about, they have a problem with what I'm saying, is selling alcohol, drugs, tobacco, and pork in all the black communities as I'm talking to you. Even during their so-called Ramadan, they selling alcohol, drugs, and pork during Ramadan, they so-called holy month. Okay? And I asked them years ago to these Orthodox and Sunni, the whole Islamic world, whatever God you believe in, is it black or white? Is it a man or a woman? Is your God black or white? And is your God a man or a woman? They never answer those questions. You ask any Sunni or Orthodox, who is Allah? They don't even know.
Well, let me ask you. Well, let me ask you, and then I want to bring it back to Clarence. Is your God black or white?
My God is black.
But you said that Farrakhan Muhammad looked like a European.
No. See, that's where the mix-up come in.
There we go. You say I can ask you anything.
I'm going to explain it.
Absolutely. Come on with it, brother. I appreciate this one.
The father of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad is a black, Asiatic black man.
Okay, I got you.
Listen to me. If your father is a black man, you are original man. If your father is a white man, you're half original. You only got 6 ounces. Hold up. You only got 6 ounces of brain, and your mind is up and down like a damn seesaw. That's why every day you want to be something different. One day you want to be a Christian. One day you want to be a Sunni. One day you want to be an Orthodox, Dionysian, and Scientology. It ain't but one way when you accept the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's his way that he received from Master Farrakhan Muhammad, word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it, just like he said it. And if you're not about doing it like that, you can teach what you want to teach. Nothing wrong with that. But put your name on it. Don't use his name.
Got you. Now, is your God a man or a woman?
Man. Black
man. All right. Hey,
black
hey,
black
I tell people all the time.
Come
on, the floor is yours, brother.
black man is God. The message made it plain. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain for 44 years straight. And he never changed. Black man is God, and the white man is the devil by nature, made to be destroyed and not to be given another chance. And that's right there in your lesson from Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad that he gave to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad for the lost foundation of Islam in America.
All right, last question on this, because I want to get to Clarence 13. If according to what you just said, the black man is God, then what that makes the quote unquote black woman? Can you break that down for us?
The black woman, God assistant.
My man, well, you quick with it too.
God assistant.
Melchisedek.
Hold up, I prove it to you.
Come on.
You can't name me one thing on earth that a black woman created.
Created. I ain't here to debate you, brother.
Nothing. Hold up. She's a vehicle or means of transportation for God to get from one generation to another. God goes into her, leave his seed. She cultivated from 7 to 9 months from one generation, and then after the 9 months delivery, he's in another generation. She's a vehicle that's being used, for means of transportation for God to get from one generation to another. Now, she's a helpmate. Now check this out. Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad set up the MGT class himself. What did he say? MGT, GCC, Muslims Girls Training General Civilization class, how to raise their children so cook, okay? And how to act at home and abroad. And there was no such thing as a female minister. That came from Wallace, because the first female minister that Wallace established was a white Caucasian devil.
Oh!
Actual fact. And the most
Brother Shabazz, do you have it?
Hold up. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad never had no female MGT ministers. Never. You can go in your Bible or your Quran, you'll never find a female minister in the Bible, and you go in your Quran, you won't find no female imam. Now, you've been out there, have you ever known a female to be an imam?
Nah.
Thank you. Come on with it. Bring it.
Good goodness of gracious. I want to go back to Clarence 13 for a second, because a brother wrote in the chat that he never called himself Father Allah, but his students called him Father Allah. Did he ever characterize himself as Father Allah?
He was Allah. Now when he said,
I'm saying Clarence 13.
Yeah, Allah. Now let me explain this to you. All black men is Allah, but you always have one amongst you with the supreme universal knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's the one who brings about rain, hail, storm, earthquakes, and so forth. Okay? Now, when the babies used to come to Brother Clarence, okay, and they would say, Allah, they would refer to him as Allah, he would tell them, you are Allah. You know, he did. Now, here's the point that makes him so effective. Why everybody was so envious and jealous of his works, actions, and deeds. It was Clarence, the father of the God nation, that went to all the ghettos with the lessons. All the project houses, all the schools, around the schools, the project houses, in the park, wherever the babies was, he was there with the lesson. With the lesson. Now, the weak ones, because you always got God minor and God major. God minor, which is the weak ones called Muslims, they didn't do that. Now, they got upset because he was circulating the lessons in the street amongst the young brothers, okay? Now, they said, it's only for registered Muslims only. That was their weak excuse, registered Muslims only. But when Wallace came on the scene, those so-called registered Muslims were putting the same lessons in the garbage can, took off their FOI uniform and put them in the garbage can, and got down their hands and knees like a beggar, a fool, a tool, and a slave, praying to a mystery God that don't exist, that have a pipe to piss in or when to throw it out and run around looking like a bowl of sauerkraut. We're going to deal with the reality here.
What do you say about some of the Muslims that would say, well, Clarence 13x, he took it to the streets, but it resonated with the youth, but they still was indulging in some of the self-destructive behavior, whether it was weed, whether it was drinking and things of that nature. What do you say to that?
Because when he took it to the street, he was teaching young brothers, 10 years old, 12 years old, 15, 16, 17 years old. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. And that negative part that you're speaking of didn't come about until after he was arrested, when he was off the scene for 2 years. Okay. He was in Manawan for 2 years. So they had the idol, the guard. His presence wasn't seen. You understand? So by them being or not understanding that, you're dealing with young brothers, 15, 16, 17 years old, with supreme wisdom, you understand, that didn't have enough experience in life to balance up that supreme wisdom. 15, 16, black man's God, who's the visual man, anti-black man, on the method, king of the planet Earth, fall, civilization, guardian, at 15, at 16. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So they didn't have enough experience to balance that off. So that's where a lot of them did get misdirected in the negative direction. You follow what I'm trying to say? Now the reason why I know what I'm talking about, when he was off the scene and the lesson stopped, then myself, because I understood him, I started making the lessons available for everybody. Okay,
let me ask this. So when did he officially leave the temple and exclusively focused on the streets, or was he in between, in the temple and the streets? How did that work?
No, when he left the temple, he didn't go back in.
Okay, got you.
Okay, he was out in the street.
Okay.
Circulating lessons and teach them young brothers.
Right.
Okay? And some of the Muslims got offended that they wanted to do him physically harm. It ain't your business. You wasn't going in the projects.
Right.
You just sitting in the mosque. Why don't you go in the projects? Why don't you come out in the street? Why don't you go in the street, the parks, the alleys, everywhere where those young brothers was, all in them project houses? Why didn't you do that? You didn't do it because you had no heart. Because you was programmed. You understand what I'm trying to say? You didn't have no heart. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain, leave the brother alone. Leave him alone. So if the messenger said leave him alone, what the hell is your problem?
Now when he was in the streets and you was also in the temple, were you in the streets with him, or did you because it's very clear that you now take on the attributes that is consistent with the nation of the gods and earth. Were you in the temple while he was in the streets building his constituent, or did you go out there with him?
I didn't go out there with him, but I did leave the temple because I set up 2 stores. I got busy with that. I'm an economic man. Right. I set up 2 stores. Okay, I set up 2 Islamic jewelry stores. One was on Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, and the other one was on 116th Street between Langston and 7th. Those 2 stores I set up was a distribution center for the lessons. The whole package that they were trying to block, like they're trying to do now, today in 2024, those same lessons from Master W.D. Wallace Muhammad, I was Xeroxing them up and giving them out to all the guards. Everybody came by me got lessons. Okay, Father Divine, or his crew, Tanga, Islam, all those guards that came by me got lessons.
Right.
Free.
So when you left the temple, you left to specifically to set up the stores, not to establish with the gods of earth.
I left because I'm a businessman, and that was my vision or my desire to keep the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad available. Yes.
I got you. And then when did you ultimately accept the school of thought, if you will, of the nation of the gods and earth?
When I accept the thought.
When you accept, like, for instance, you go by the name of Melchisedek Shabazz Allah, which is consistent with the nation of the gods and earth. You know what I mean?
No, I accepted the name Melchisedek Shabazz Allah when I was in prison.
Okay, I got you.
When I came to Islam there. Now, Malcolm they don't talk about this.
Come on. I love this conversation.
Malcolm was the one that came inside Green Haven State Prison to share the wisdom with Brother Walter 5X who was a registered Muslim already. Okay, he was in there because of for felonious assault, because he was in the courtroom for charges. And anyway, when they found him guilty, whatever, he felt it was illegal. So he went for the judge, and the correctional officers attacked him. And by him being a martial law expert from the army, from the service, he broke up 6 correctional officers in the courtroom. So he was arrested, right? So now he's in Greenhaven State Prison. Okay. Now, when I got busted, I went to Sing Sing first, because Sing Sing was like the recreational center. Okay. They make up their mind where they're going to send you. They sent me to the Greenhaven State Prison. Greenhaven State Prison was the institution for hardcore criminals, what they call mental society. Drug pushers, murderers, and mostly drug pushers, murderers, rapists, all the real, what they would call, cold-blooded mentality, what they might refer to as mental society. Okay, my arrest, I was in the drug game, right? And my lifestyle was drugs and homicide. Okay,
Good goodness gracious.
Yeah, I get paid. When I'm out in the street, you get up off the money or you go home. It's just that simple. Okay,
Good night, Melchisedek.
Okay, now, and this is what keeps me alive, because everybody know that I don't play. I wear 2 flags or 2 buttons. Okay, I wear one that represents the Nation of Islam, and I wear the other one that represents the gods of earth. What you know is the laws found Muslim lesson number, question answer number 10. I live that. Okay, now. So Malcolm used to come inside Greenhaven State Prison to visit Walter, who is, I want you to understand, Walter 5X, Wallace Shabazz Allah, and Mahmoud Ramza is the same person. Now, so Walter was so hot because he was teaching in prison. He's teaching in the prison yard that a lot of these weak-minded ones out here run their mouth, never experienced it. If they did was in there, they'd probably be a little girl within a week. Okay?
Good night.
He was teaching black man is God and white man's the devil in the prison yard. I happened to be walking around the prison yard with other brothers, inmates, and happened to pass by his table, and I heard him say, the black man is God, the white man's the devil, and you see those correctional officers up there with the riot guns, shotguns, tear gas, and all that. They're up there to murder us. But they won't be able to do that because Allah is God, and long as you bear witness that Almighty God Allah, who came to person Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad and his last messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, you got his divine protection. When I heard that, and I passed by his table, I said to the other brothers that was with me, did you hear that? They said, yeah. I said, well, he ain't never planned on getting out of here talking like that. So he must have heard me. So he turned around, looked at me and said, if you don't come to this table, you ain't getting out of here. I said, oh, all right, brother. Okay. I kept on walking. You know what I'm saying? I didn't respond. I just kept on walking. So a day or two later on, he approached me in the prison yard. You know how you get the little walk in prison yard. He said, brother, can I speak to you for a minute? I said, sure. He said, what's your name? I said, well, that name, they used to call me Frenchie and Scorpio. Frenchie means connections. Whatever you need that I don't have, I have access to, or who in, I can hook you up. You understand what I'm trying to say? Scorpio is mostly when I'm taking care of business, when I'm getting rid of somebody. Because you're out there in the street, somebody, you're going to get challenges. And when you get a challenge, you have to establish a reputation. So the reputation has to be that you sent somebody home. 1, 2, or 3 regards. They know when you come this way, you're going home. Bottom line, okay? So he said, well, have you ever heard of Mr. Muhammad? I said, no. You ever heard of Malcolm X? No. I said, I ain't never heard of nobody. He said, well, listen, I got something I'd like for you to read. So next day or day after, he approached me with the articles of the Pittsburgh Courier, the original articles from the Pittsburgh Courier, because the most honorable Elijah Muhammad had surfaced. It was no mention of black man, no other publications that he had. No books was out there. He was writing in the Pittsburgh Courier, the Amsterdam News, and the Herald Tribune. So he brought me a stack of articles of the Pittsburgh Courier. I told the story many times on other interviews. So he said, "You read?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Will you read these?" I said, "Sure. I'll read anything to keep my mind together, because you and yourself, damn near 23 hours a day, man. I used to read a newspaper from cover to cover just to stay sane." So I said, "Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read them." He said, I said, "I will read it, brother." So after we went to the mess hall, the reason why they call it the mess hall, because that garbage they feed you ain't nothing but a bunch of mess, okay?
Right.
So I went to my cell, and I after washing, if you get a bucket of water to wash yourself, you get a shower once a week and all that foolishness, I started reading the articles. So I would start reading it, and as I'm starting to read it, I got, somehow something catch you and just kept me reading. That's it. I got hooked. Brother, it was like a crackhead getting hooked to crack with those articles. So I'm reading. Then when the when the cell light went out, I got down by the floor next to the bars and reading from the tail light. Brother, I read them all night long. I was so hooked. I never read nothing like that in my life. It blew my mind. I didn't know if I was losing my mind, going crazy, or whatever. I read them, okay? And after I read them, when I got through reading them, it was time to go to the mess hall. It was like 5 o'clock in the morning, go to the mess hall and just eat some more of that mess, okay? So then later on that afternoon, when I had all of them together neatly, and I went out in the yard, and I saw him, and I gave him, I said, "Brother, thank you. I really appreciate that." He said, "Did you read them all?" I said, "Yes, I read them all." He said, "Did you read all of them?" I said, "Brother, I read all of them, and I would like to come to the table." Okay? He said, "Well, you're welcome." And I started coming to the table, and then I became, there was other brothers at the table, heavy, but I gravitated so quick with that, I became his #1 student.
So, brother, was that a part of the NOI or the Nation of the Gods and Earth? At that point,
NOI.
NOI. Okay, I got you.
NOI first.
Okay, got you.
One thing everybody has to understand: the NOI, the Nation of Islam, the foundation for myself, the foundation of even Minister Farrakhan, even Clarence 13x. Our foundation is Nation of Islam, FOI.
Let me
FOI classes.
Let me ask you this: once you got out, you went straight to the mosque or the temple?
Yes.
Okay.
Once I got out, I went. I had to go back to my family. They had that thing where once you're incarcerated and you come home to your family, if you stay, they have to leave. They would be evicted. You can't see at that time. Even now, the system breaks up families. A lot of brothers' families will be together if they didn't have that thing where if somebody in your family is arrested, your family has to move. That's designed to break up your family. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I had a wife and 4 children, and I was living in Fort Greene projects at the time. So and so to my wife with that, she said, "If you stay, honey, I'll lose the apartment." So I said, "Well, listen, now you're gonna stay here. You stay here with these children." I said, "I'm going out in the street, but you ain't gonna want for nothing, okay? Nothing. And my family don't want for nothing even to the day, because I know how to get money. And if you got money and I want money, you're gonna give it up or you going home. It's that simple."
Astaghfirullah.
Okay, now, so I went and stayed with my mother had a 6-room apartment because she was Jehovah's Witness. So I said, she said, "I know." She said, "Listen, you can stay here, no problem. I don't want to hear nothing, and don't bring nothing in here." Okay, so I stayed there for a couple of weeks, and then I touched base with the Queen Willamette Muhammad. Queen Willamette Muhammad. Well, I knew her before I was arrested, and she was coming out of because after the temple meeting on Fridays, we would go down to 7th Avenue and hear the Nationalists, the Garveyites, Pork Chop Davis, Carlos Crook, Bashir. They'd be up on the ladder, running down the nationalist Garvey movements. So she happened to be coming out of the Apollo with her friends, and she saw me. I'm standing down. I got on the suit and tie. You know, I ain't got together like I wanted because I just showed, right? And she said, "Wait, baby, sugar, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing fine. What's going on? You looking good? You know, when you go to joint in my jail, you're gonna come out looking like you just left college." So I said, she said, "What you doing? What's going on? You good as you looking, Papa?" I said, "Well," "Hey, what you doing? What you got going on?" I said, "I ain't got nothing but the teachings of Wallace Muhammad." She said, "Whatever you got, I want it too." Okay. So she said, "Where you at?" I said, "Well, I'm with my mother. I just showed. I'm with my mother for a couple of weeks, but you ain't gonna be there long. As soon as I get things in order and get that money, I'm out of there." So she said, "Well, are you ready? When you want to leave?" I said, "I'll leave tomorrow." She said, "Well, look here." She said, "What are you doing Wednesday?" I said, "I ain't doing nothing Wednesday." I said, "I'm available." She said, "Listen, Wednesday, if you're ready, I'll give you the address and everything with you." She said, "I'll come and get you." Because she always made money. This is a money-making queen. She said, "Listen, you come with me." So she came, and that Wednesday, whatever, I didn't have nothing to holler to take with me. And took me to her house over in Bed-Stuy, over on Green Avenue between Troop and Tompkins. She had a three-bedroom apartment, and she had she was driving a Roadmaster Buick.
She had that money.
Huh?
She had money.
Oh yeah, she making money. She's a money maker, all the way up. Let me get to her. And so she gave me keys to the house and keys to the car. And then she said, "Give me a week." And then she took me out and got me clean. Bought me like several suits, shoes, hat. Within 60 days, not even quote 60, I was the cleanest brother. I was clean, brother. I was clean. I mean clean. Now, that same queen, I taught her night and day. Queen Wallace Muhammad. That was my queen. I taught her night and day. Okay? She rose up to be the #1 bean pie salesman in New York. She had from 6 to 12 brothers working for her full time with the bean pies. She's a master because she connected with Sister Lana Shabazz. Sister Lana Shabazz was the messenger's cook for 15 years and Muhammad Ali's cook for 15 years. So she got the recipe, the original recipe from Lana Shabazz, and Lana Shabazz got the original recipe from the sisters down in Detroit. So that's what made her bean pie so superb.
Let me cut in real quick. You just mentioned the messenger. Did you ever meet the messenger personally?
Yes, I met the messenger, but not for conversation. I was on security.
Okay.
61. I was up on the platform because whenever the messenger went to speak, Captain Joseph was in charge of the security. Okay. Wherever we went, the FOI from New York was the security for the messenger. You understand what I'm trying to say? Raymond Sharif, the messenger's son-in-law, he was the supreme captain. But when Captain Joseph showed with the fruit from New York, Captain Joseph took over. Because the brothers from New York was hardcore FOI, because most of them, we all came out of prison.
Right.
We all came out of prison. Stick up men, killers, back robbers, you name it. All the negative activities, we always involved with that. So Joseph always wanted, that's what made the New York FOI the powerful, the fairest FOI in the nation, under Captain Joseph.
Let me get a sidebar from one of the viewers, brother Timbo Slice, definitely a Moorish Workd TV citizen. He asked him what happened in 1919. Was Islam created?
1919?
That's the question.
Master Farrakhan Muhammad didn't show didn't make his appearance until 1930, but he was in America 20 years before that, which brought it down to 1910. He was in America. But he didn't make no appearance. His appearance until July 4th, 1930.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out was Islam created in 1919. Was he referring to that, or was he referring to something else? With that being said, thank you, Timbo Slice and Thurman Smart. Thank you, brother. I'm trying to look it so I can post the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, now let's go back to Clarence 13.
Clarence 13.
I wanted to ask this. So at one point they would have Clarence 13 to be admitted in an insane asylum as if something was wrong with him. Are you familiar with what happened? Because you're back then, and so I'm asking you. You can give us great clarification.
Clarence 13 was sane, highly intelligent, with an understanding of universal supreme wisdom under the teaching of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He had the lessons, the supreme wisdom from Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad that he gave to the messenger, the lessons for the Lord's foundation of Islam in America, who is the tribe of Shabazz. Now, they had disturbance in Harlem, like a riot and so forth, and Clarence played a role in ceasing, they had to depend on him to calm the crowd. You understand? That's when he when he got and spoke, the crowd showed him a lot of respect when they start simmering down, cooling out. Now, when he was arrested, and he went to the rest of the court, and then they asked him, well, who are you, or what is your name, or whatever, he said, I am Allah. So when he let them know that his identification was Allah, they used that as an excuse that he had a mental problem, and they assigned him to a mental institution. And that was the worst thing they did. Because now, Clarence in in Manawan, where he was, he taught black man is God and white man is the devil. And to show you how powerful he was, he conferred a devil in there, Avio, I think his name is, and the devil bear witness to himself as being the devil, and bear witness that Clarence was the black God. Oh. Now, I'm glad you brought that point up. There's only three that in prison, incarcerated, that taught black man is God and white man is the devil. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, when he's in prison, he taught black man is God and white man is the devil. In prison, incarcerated. The second one was Walter 5X, who is Wallace Shabazz Allah or Mahmoud Ramza. He taught black man is God and white man is devil. I know that for a fact because I was there. And Brother Clarence 13x and Manawan, he taught black man is God and white man is the devil. Nobody else taught black man is God and white man is the devil in prison doing time. You understand? But the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Walter 5X, who's Wallace Shabazz Allah, Mahmoud Ramza, and the father of the God Nation. All these big mouth Negroes out there don't have that experience. They don't have that experience. That's why sometimes it's easy for them to accept watered down Islam out of fear of keeping alive the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Don't take away from him, just like he said it.
Now with the climate of this, you got Clarence 13x, you got yourself, you got the Minister Farrakhan, and then at some point mixed up in there, and that's why I'm jumping around a little bit because I want to try to get to it. Malcolm X loses his life. And you spoke of the muscle of Temple number 7, is that it? Temple number 7. You spoke of the strong FOI, but then they said that
fearless FOI.
Then they say that there
was the advanced FOI. So you had FOI. You had advanced FOI. Advanced FOI did special work.
Absolutely.
The lack of FOI didn't do. They don't experience.
And so they said. So the saying is, the report is that there was guys that came out of Temple number 7 and guys in New Jersey that actually was complicit in the death of Malcolm X. When that happened, you was around. When that happened, what was that like? Was Temple 7 under the radar as being complicit in the death of Malcolm X?
No, no. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain to leave Malcolm alone. Leave him alone. Okay? But you always have envious, jealous, weak-minded Negroes who are easy to lead in the wrong direction and hard to lead in the right direction. You have, remember, you got God minor, lack understanding, and God major, who has understanding. Now, but that assassination didn't stop like that.
Right. No, but I'm just saying what they put out there.
Let me tell you what about before the assassination. Nobody goes into that. Some out there know that, but they keep their mouth shut on certain things. Malcolm X, they had a movie house on 116th Street between Lynx Avenue and 7th Avenue, a movie house. Now that movie house is what you would call Canaan Baptist Church. Malcolm wanted to buy that movie house for Temple number 7. Malcolm had three fundraisers, raising money to buy that movie house on 116th Street between Lynx Avenue and 7th Avenue. He raised funds to put down to purchase that movie house, the building. Malcolm, as he got the money, he took the money to Chicago. Okay? John Ali was the secretary at the time. This is why when I hear them talk about John Lee was a goddamn hypocrite, a goddamn dog, and a liar. Okay? Because Malcolm entrusted him with the money for this a theater, the building. And when Malcolm felt he had enough money to put down on the building to purchase it, when he went to John Ali, so-called national secretary, for the money, John Ali told him there was no funds available. That's what pissed Malcolm off. When Malcolm came back and had to bring that to the believers, he was hurt, he was down. Then Malcolm stopped sending money to Chicago. He started setting up the different temples, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx.
Bro, hold up now. You got is it receipts out there about this? Not that we need them tonight. That's something. This is. Come on.
What do you want me to do? Write you a letter?
Nah, bro. I'm just asking because people are going to try to research this. But you were there. You are the receipt. You all right?
Brother, let me say this. I'm telling you what took place. I don't give a damn if they believe it or not.
Right. I got you.
I'm not into that. I ain't got to prove nothing to no damn body. I'm going to give you the truth. You can accept it or you reject it. I'm not here to convert no damn body. I'm not running no daycare center. This is not a daycare center. This is not a nursing home. This is not a shelter for the homeless. Okay? You understand what I'm trying to say? This is actual fact. Now, if you too weak-minded to accept actual fact, fine. I can care less. You understand? It's not a daycare center. It's not a
basically
shelter for the homeless. It's not a shelter for the homeless. Okay? It's not a nursing home. You understand what I'm trying to say? You follow me? So whatever they want to believe. You don't want to believe, the hell with them. I'm not worried about niggas.
Yeah. So listen.
Hold on. The same niggas that run their mouth asking stupid questions ain't did a damn thing. They out there eating chicken.
But listen,
marijuana.
I want to paint this picture.
And running around with a devil's name, with all this wisdom and everything. Their name is still Harry, Arthur, Lewis, all these devil names. They ain't got hard enough to change their goddamn name. So what the hell I care about these niggas?
Like I say, you the receipt. I was just asking, brother. Listen. So let me paint this picture. So now that John Ali is then took the bread, took the money, and now Malcolm is using his influence to establish temples, and now he's raising money again. and not sending it to Chicago. Is that what you're saying? And that
what money that came in, Malcolm used that. He didn't use it for himself. Malcolm was the poorest man and poorest minister in the nation.
Yeah, he used it for the work, though. I got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Malcolm, hold up. Malcolm was the poorest minister in the nation. I had more suits than Malcolm.
Right.
Malcolm had 3 suits. He had a gray suit, a dark blue suit, I think a black suit, a dark blue, and a brown. About 4 suits. If you go to his house, just had the basic. Dining room, living room, kitchen, bathroom, a bedroom. He was the poor. Malcolm was about the mission. He wasn't about these blood suckers worrying about $2.
Right.
He was about the mission.
What do you
listen to this? No. Malcolm was the one that set up 46 temples, brother. Them niggas out there ain't set up no temple. Malcolm was the one that set up 46 universities. Malcolm put together the Muhammad Speaks newspaper and gave it to the message as a gift. Malcolm, and they went and put his name in the paper. Malcolm was now this is Malcolm for the first 12 years before Wallace came around. Wallace was a mission. He was for the mission. The mission. He loved it. He was the only one that can go to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's house anytime at will, without invitation, spend the night, whatever. Okay? He didn't have no money.
But so what do you think about when the Minister Farrakhan says on 60 Minutes that he says that he contributed to the assassination of Malcolm X. He said something to the effect. I'm gonna read them. He said, "I may have been complicit in words that I spoke leading up to February 21st, 1965." Farrakhan tells
He did.
Shabazz and Wallace. He said, "I acknowledge that and I regret that any word that I have said caused the loss of life of a human being." And so many people use that statement and say that Farrakhan was one who was complicit into setting the tone to have the life of Malcolm taken.
That's true. He admit that. He admit that he created the atmosphere that to bring about to provoke brothers to do that. He admit that right in front of Malcolm's daughter's face on 60 Minutes. He did. He did do that. You see what I'm saying? Okay, that's the truth. But then after all that, when Malcolm's assassination, I'll give Mr. Farrakhan credit. From 1965 to 1975, Malcolm took care of the business. Farrakhan took care of, he taught. He was the God. See, Malcolm was the God. Hold up. Malcolm was the God of America. It was Malcolm that went to all those colleges and raised up Huey Newton, Bobby Seale, Black Panthers, Angela Davis, Saddleback Brothers, Shabba Shakur, and all them people. Those were college students. Malcolm raised all of them up himself. You understand what I'm saying? Rat Brown, Stokey Carmichael. Those all came under Malcolm did all that. In them colleges. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, but from after Malcolm's assassination, now there was brothers out there in Jersey. They came from Jersey. You always got infiltration in the nation. You even got it today. Infiltration, stool pigeons, rats, and all that kind of stuff. For $2, they, like I said on the worldwide internet, $2 they'll sell out their mother. You know what I'm trying to say? But it was set up, orchestrated by J. Edgar Hoover. Malcolm was powerful. Now, the reason why they wanted to make the hit on Malcolm, because Malcolm was organizing all the African leaders, and all the African leaders. They were going to bring their case to the world's court, the world's court, which is the United Nations. You understand what I'm trying to say? Under the heading of human rights.
Right.
Human rights. They was coming with that. And that's when he had to go. Okay? Now, they wasn't going to use white people to do that. Because they had to use white people to assassinate Malcolm. Man, it would have been an explosion.
So
that's why they used it black, when they found black Negroes. You always got Negroes who hate you.
But the thing is that not only did they just find, quote unquote, as you say, black Negroes, but they used the brothers in the nation.
Yes, but they were CIAs. They got paid. They got
Oh, the
paid.
Brothers in the Nation that actually was a part of it was a part of CIA too. You say?
Brother, you got brothers in the nation, CIA in the nation right now.
Good goodness gracious! Come on, brother.
All organizations is infiltrated. The Black Panthers was infiltrated. Nation of Islam infiltrated. Okay, the only nation that wasn't infiltrated was the 5% because they were babies. They were young. That's the only one that wasn't infiltrated was the 5%ers because they got a language of their own.
I got a Cash App. Thank you so much for the Cash App support. Brother asked, did Bro Malcolm and Dr. Bro Khaled teach similarity? Basically, did Brother Malcolm X and Brother Khalid Muhammad teach similar?
Khalid was another Malcolm.
Yeah.
Khalid was another Malcolm. Let me tell you how powerful Khalid was. Because I went to all Khalid's meetings. Khalid and I was close. Close, brother. Khalid was bringing all the street brothers into the nation. All the rappers into the nation. When Khalid was out there, them rappers wasn't disrespecting black women. Khalid made it plain that the white woman is a two-legged dog. You never heard no rapper say that. No rapper said the white woman is a dog. You know why? Because they sleeping with the white woman. But now that whole world's coming down now because Cat Williams and Puff Diddy's top security, they exposing everything. So that's another topic. But all that whole world of all those rich Negroes, you understand, who was in the rich ones, the rich and famous. And if you go check the one I did, the slap is the act. Baba TV every time fire. Check out the one where Melchisedek says the slap was the act when Will Smith smacked Chris Rock. I went into all that. Okay? Now, being that you mentioned that, I like you.
That's for Baba, man. Baba, I told you I love me some Baba TV, everything fire, man. Every time fire, man. That's my guy.
Go watch the ones. The slap was the act when Chris Rock.
Will Smith.
Will Smith slapped it. Chris Rock. I went in. It's on video. It's up online. I went in on that on him and Jada. I even broke out the point that Jada ain't nothing but a low-life garbage can hoe. I went into all that. Go check it out. Now, let me see. Okay, where we at now?
We were actually talking about Khalid and Malcolm.
Khalid.
And then we was talking about bringing the rappers in.
Okay, Khalid was bringing all the rappers in. Khalid was bringing all the street brothers into the nation. Powerful, man. Because Khalid didn't play. Black man's God, white man's the devil. He was squashing them Jews. He wasn't trying to apologize to the Jews. I never took a stick I never put a stick on the synagogue or all that weak shit. He went into it. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, the last one he made was the one in King's College.
Yeah.
He was defending Farrakhan.
Right.
How
did you feel about when Farrakhan kind of excommunicated him?
In my opinion?
Yeah, in your opinion.
Wrong. Because Khalid didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah, I mean, from an outside looking in, I didn't see him doing anything wrong either. He was speaking.
He dismissed in my opinion, and I was there, he dismissed an innocent man because Khalid didn't do nothing wrong. Khalid only repeat what he says himself. Okay? Yeah. Now, but what happened was all those Christian Negroes, you understand, Jesse Jackson, Ben Shavers ain't nothing but a pervert. I got the history on him. All those, the Boule, they kept putting on pressure on Farrakhan. Farrakhan went along with them to silence Khalid. But those Boule don't care nothing about the nation. Why would you sit down your main spokesman for a bunch of homos? A bunch of weak-minded, white-minded homos?
Good goodness gracious.
You want to sit your main man down for that when all you had to do was take him to the side and say, because they have a conversation. Like, my main man, who's looking out for me, protecting me when my own family wasn't protecting me.
And Khaled, he transitioned in a hurt state because he loved.
What hurt? Because he didn't listen to me. He loved it, Farrakhan, like a son loved a father.
Yeah, absolutely.
But guess what? He didn't face reality. He loved it, Farrakhan, like a son loved a father, but Farrakhan didn't love him like he loved it, Farrakhan.
Yeah. And that's the part that hurt.
If he had the same love for Khaled that Khaled had for him, he would never set him down.
Yeah, but the thing is, even after he set him down, Khaled had made a few statements that he wouldn't answer the phone, and he made a few interviews that said basically, if you understand language, you can understand that he was actually reaching out to him, and if you really listen close, it was like in desperation to have a conversation, but the way that he cloaked it, the average person wouldn't have caught it, but I was able to feel it. As we say,
he reached out to Minister Farrakhan for about 5 years. Never got a phone call, never got a response or nothing. Khaled said this, so I'm not talking about.
Yeah, he actually did say this. And he was hurt by it.
No, some people get stupid when you come with reality. Oh, you speak about the minister. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about actual facts that took place. I'm not talking about the minister. I know Khaled. Khaled reached out to him. He loved him. He named his son after him.
Yeah.
Khaled to go around with a gun in the Bible to protect him. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Actual facts here. We deal with reality. Now, anybody, you punks out there, if you can't deal with reality, get the hell off the channel. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that weak-minded pussy attitudes. Let's deal with reality here. The truth is the truth. If you can't accept the truth, hey, go put on your Pampers, you understand? Take off your FY uniform and put on Pampers, because you're not qualified to even be in the nation. Because the message said you teach the truth no matter what, no matter where. It's not for cowards. The message teaches a God. That's the difference between that Quran and the lesson. The Quran teaches Muslim, submit, bow down, humble, inshallah, blah, blah, blah. The lessons teach you to be God. Black God.
So what advice did you ever give? You said that Khaled wouldn't listen. Did you try to give him advice?
Yes, I've told Khaled more than once. Farrakhan is not your father. He's your brother. There's only one father in this nation. That's the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Right.
More than once. I said, now Khaled, I can't tell you to go back in or stay out, whatever, but just wherever you do, just continue what the messages said, word for word, right and exact. Don't add to it. Don't take away from it like he said it, and you'll be successful in all your undertakings.
Now, let me do a twist real quick because I got a few names that I want to go in the mix. I want to talk about Wesley, but brother, you said to me, you said to me that we can do a series because I can't get enough. I can't get enough of this conversation, and I got tons and tons of questions. And 1 episode, 2 episodes is not enough. And people in the comment section, they are saying that this is an excellent interview. They're hearing things they never heard before. I'm hearing things I've never heard before. Brother, you have to give the Moorish Workd TV citizens your word. We got to do this, brother.
But tell all those people out there, share it all over the world. Don't you sit in your house and watch it. Share it. You got
That's
friends.
right.
You're on YouTube. You're on Facebook. You got 10,000 friends, 2,000, 3,000. Share it and stop being selfish and weak-minded. Love for your brother, but you love for yourself. If you want this knowledge and understanding for yourself, then share it with your brothers and stop being a bunch of lazy, good-for-nothing punks. Always want to be selfish. I watched it. Well, who do you share it with?
One second, brother.
It was a good lecture. Well, who did you share it with?
Stand by. Hold that thought.
Step into a world where style meets comfort. Welcome to Divine Apparel, your ultimate destination for trendy fashion that speaks to your soul. Whether you're looking for the perfect t-shirt to express your personality, a stylish snapback to complete your look, or a cozy hoodie for those chill days, we've got you covered. At Divine Apparel, we believe that every piece should empower you. Divine Apparel, where your style is a reflection of who you are.
Hey, brother, I need to ask you now about Silas Muhammad.
Hold up. You got to give me 5 minutes.
Okay.
I've got to show my respects to Queen Mother of Civilization, Queen Clarence Muhammad, who is the original wife of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the only wife of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Today is her birthday. So I want to share.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Brother, say that one more time.
I have to give my love and respect to Queen Clarence Muhammad. I'm live.
You live, brother.
Okay. I, Melchisedek Shabazz Allah, the universal high priest of the Nation of Islam on earth and in the universe. Okay. I have to give my respect to Queen Mother of Civilization, Queen Clarence Muhammad, who is the original and only wife of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Now, come on, man.
Today is her birthday. And she was the one that started homeschooling. Today is her birthday. I love her. Oh, I love her like I love my mother. Okay? And she was the one that sacrificed 12 years with the absence of her husband when he was going around the country being chased by hypocrites who lack understanding, okay, for 7 years, and raising her children and sharing the wisdom that she had with the believers that was left for 7 years. And she also, 5 years when she was away, her husband was away, when he was in prison, her and Queen Bernstein Sharif Muhammad, who was the personal secretary for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So those lessons that you have came direct from Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad, and Queen Bernstein was the one that did all the typing as he was teaching and put all those lessons in an organized manner that you have today. So with Queen Clarence Muhammad, happy birthday, rest in peace. You did an excellent job, and you will always be remembered. And Queen Bernstein, we love you, we respect you for keeping Queen Clarence Muhammad supplied with everything she needed for you all to keep everything together while the messenger was away for the 7 years and also away for the 5 years, which was 12 years. So happy birthday. And I appreciate it if everybody, regardless of race, color, creed, or religion, just show your love and respect and say, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Now let's go.
Now, brother, what about all of the mentioning of all the other wives now? You just opened up a door. It says that it was 19 plus children tried to sue for the estate, and then the estate was split up between many of these children from other wives. What about that, brother?
Okay. When it comes to a man's personal life, you have your personal life and you have your mission. Okay?
Okay.
When it comes to your personal life, it ain't nobody's goddamn business.
Yeah, but the thing is that
Right.
the thing is that the conversation is that you mention and you underscore
Right.
the only wife.
Yeah.
But you have another school of thought that says he had multiple wives. So which is it?
Okay, brother. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad only introduced one wife to the Nation of Islam.
Okay.
And you check the Savior's Day, she was the only one sitting up on the platform with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. She's the only one that took pictures with the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, all these other wives that they say about this and that and the other, I had made this one time on one of the interviews. Hey, you don't need to speak of other wives. You ain't got to pay women to come forth and say that's his wife, this is his wife, that's his wife. Why don't these wives, on their own free will, come and make themselves known. That has not yet been done.
Yeah,
Now, wait a minute. I'm going someplace.
Okay, come on.
Now, the believers bought the house in Chicago for the messenger. Then we bought the other house in Phoenix for his asthma, the bronchitis asthma that he had, so he'd be more comfortable. Then they bought another one, I think, in Mexico. Right. Now, he left. And if anybody think he's still here physically, you're just a liar because you can't prove it. So you need to shut your damn mouth. Now, these wives, why aren't these wives, being that they are his wives, or these is his wives, why aren't his wives, it's 3 houses, why aren't his wives living in the house of their deceased husband?
Well, let me before I get to my next question, there is one that, and they putting in the comment section, Tanetta Muhammad. What about Tanetta Muhammad?
Tanetta, was she living in his house?
No. Tanetta Muhammad has been out on the forefront in the open, say that she was the wife, one of the wives of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay. Now, if you go check the interview, that garbage can conversation, you know, garbage can conversation.
Yeah.
You all call them barbershop conversation. I call them garbage can conversation.
Yeah, he ain't right.
Okay. Now, he interviewed Lance Shabazz. And in that interview, Lance Shabazz is online. You can go check it. Like I told you, I deal with facts. I deal with reality. And the question came up about Tanetta and the children. Lance Shabazz says, according to the FBI reports that he has, when the question, Tanetta made a statement, made it plain that the father of her children was a white man.
No, brother, stop this. This is new information too.
But you don't understand. Go check out the interview. That's all. That's what he said on the interview. Now, he said, according to FBI reports, that she said her children, the father of her children, was a white man. Now, go to Garbage Can Conversations channel and check out the one until Garbage Can interviewing Lance Shabazz. That statement was made. Now, the only thing I can say, all those that say that the messenger is their father by Tanetta, get in touch with Lance, let him fax you the FBI report, then take the FBI report and go get a DNA test, and that'll take care of that.
Well, so let me ask you this.
You can't have that. You can't have that.
No. Listen. Let me tell you something. Man, this is a fabulous interview. Let me ask you this. When you look at Tanetta, what is her background? Is she Asiatic? Is she, quote unquote, as you say, a black woman? What is her background?
Well, I would say that she has, I don't know her mother or her father, but I would say there's some white in that generation somewhere. Because the slave master, don't forget, the slave master would sleep with all the women. So, but I can't never speak on that. But I know she came out of Detroit or something. She was like a secretary or whatever. Okay. But my point is, I'm not going to disrespect her.
No. I don't want no disrespect. But I looked at it and it just appears that she possibly. I mean, she could pass as. I mean, listen. I got a great aunt that can pass as a European.
Wait.
She's not alive no more, but I seen pictures.
If you had asked me that and I didn't know nothing about her,
right?
She can go for a white woman.
Right. Okay. I got you.
Okay. Now, all I'm saying that Lance did make the statement on that interview that she said, according to the FBI report, that the children of the father of her children was a white man.
Okay. Got you. So according to what you have researched, according to what you have experienced, the only wife of Elijah Muhammad is Claire Muhammad.
Claire Muhammad.
Brother, that's a hard pill to swallow for some of the Muslims out there,
well,
brother.
all they have to do, where are they? Come forth, make yourself known. Hey, these women don't need nobody when they go into family court, do they?
Good
They don't
night.
need nobody encourage them to go to family court. If you say you is white, well, come make yourself known. Where are you? Are you still alive? Are you still out there? What about the children? If that's the message wife and he had children that they say his children, where are they?
Well, there is a court case where they divvied up the messenger's finances to at least give or take 18 or 19 children. Though there is a court case on the record, so I don't know if there was a DNA test. Don't get me started. I don't know about all that, but they did divvy up to about 19 children.
My point is, if it was said, wouldn't you want to know the truth, who your father is or who your mother is?
Of course.
So where are, my point, everybody talking about these wives, these children. Well, they're grown. Where are they? Why don't they come forth and make themselves known? Why are they hiding? You ashamed of your father? You ashamed of your mother? What's your problem?
You do got a good point right there.
Where are they? All these, everybody is saying these. Everybody is saying he got wives, he got children. Where are they?
But there is interviews out there of young sisters claiming that the messenger had relations with them. Now there are videos out there,
brother.
But they're not saying wives though.
Brother, no disrespect. You can go in any ghetto like barbershop conversation and pay a Paul Ho $2 to make a statement. He's doing that right now with that program he got called 7 Wives. He paying them. They ain't come saying nothing. You can go in the ghetto and pay a hoe to come out and say she is white.
Good night, Shabazz.
And as far as I'm concerned, now this is me. He only had one wife that he introduced me to, and the rest of them, whatever you all want to say is his wife. As far as I'm concerned, just outside whores.
Good, but how can a messenger have outside HOES? That's harsh, brother.
No, the reason why I can say that, because as far as I'm concerned, they wasn't his wives.
Okay, I got you. Let me.
Clara.
I don't want my brothers from the FOI and the NOI under the leadership of Farrakhan to get their feathers ruffled too, because I love you, brothers. But we having a truthful conversation here from the experience of Melchisedek Shabazz.
Let me make it plain. It's a freedom of speech. You're introducing me. I speak what I know is the truth. If anybody can't handle it, then hey, it's on you. We gotta face reality today. No, these women don't come forth and make themselves known. If the children are out there, they don't come forth and make themselves known. If they come forth and make themselves known, then everything would be cleared up. But by everything being secretly behind closed doors, here the man been gone for 49 years and you still with this foolishness? Now I'm gonna go back to my first statement. A man's mission has nothing to do with his personal life. And when it comes to a personal life, it ain't nobody's goddamn business. They should focus on their own low-life corrupt activity. Why don't you expose your whores that you call wives?
Good goodness gracious. Let me say this to 95 Productions. It said, MTV, you are not producing anything to his questions on the wife subject, because I'm not debating my brother. We're having an interview. I'm not here trying to prove him wrong or prove him right. I am giving him some challenging questions from his experience. This is not a debate. This is a dialogue from his experience. And I said earlier that my brother is the receipt. I'm not here to try to debunk or to do that. This brother is a walking encyclopedia of NOI, Nations of Gods and Earth, and we are blessed to have him on our channel. So don't act like I'm going to be pulling something out and pulling receipts. I'm not doing that, because that ain't what I'm looking for. That ain't what I studied for. That ain't what I want the brother on the channel for. I want to provide you with this golden opportunity to get some answers from the questions that I may have that may have not been presented on other platforms. So let's just go that way.
Now, Taco,
yes, sir,
all
brother.
these women that's supposed to be his wives, they're grown. they have the freedom to come and make themselves known. Whatever children is there, they grown. They have the right to come make themselves known. What's all this hiding? This is what keeps everything, this fantasy keep going. Prove it. You was right. Come with documentation. Bring me legal documentations, because the message says, obey the law of the land and obey the law of the land. We don't break the law. We go by the law. So that means you have, when do these marriages take place? How come every year some people have anniversaries for their wife? My wife's anniversary. Well, what about all these other wives? So they don't have anniversaries?
Hey, brother. Okay, let me shift gears a little bit, brother, because I want to shift gears with one person. Then I got to hit two more people real quick. Brother, what do you have to say about the Honorable Wallace Muhammad? Because he don't get enough screen time as it relates to the work that he's put in since the time of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Wallace Muhammad did good work. He condemned it, Mr. Farrakhan and Wallace, from the beginning. He spent a fortune about the reparation thing, spent a fortune by himself. Everybody said he was going to assist them and work with him, which they never did. He married, when Akbar went to Egypt, he was married to, what's her name? Oh, shoot. Oh, I forgot her name.
That's okay. That's okay.
Shoot. Anyway, Akbar was married to the sister. Oh, around my tip my tongue. Anyway, he went to Egypt. He got involved with an Egyptian woman over there. When he came back, he divorced Harriet. He divorced her, and then Sal was out in Chicago dealing with the newspaper and stuff like that. And then he ended up with a relationship with Harriet. They got married and everything. Then the messenger sent him down to Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. Was it Georgia? Yeah. And he did good work. He always tried to uphold the teachings to the best of his ability, but he never was out up front like Farrakhan was. Now, The reason why Farrakhan got to be more popular is because the messenger made him the national spokesman.
Oh.
The messenger made the statement, wherever you go, go. Wherever you say go, go. Wherever you say do, and all that. But then in 1975, Farrakhan did about face and followed what? Became a hypocrite, abandoned his post, abandoned his position, and became a Baladian under Wallace. Wallace's representative took up his FOI uniform, put on an Arab robe with a Arab headpiece. He serviced Wallace for about 2.5 to 3 years. And then when Wallace was trying to take was offered big money to bring the Nation of Islam under the heading of Orthodox and Sunni Islam, but he never got paid. So eventually he was unable to do it because like Minister Farrakhan made, you go check out the interview he did 1981. It's on YouTube. 1981, when he admitted that the 5%, the gods and earth, never went with Wallace because they was too deep-rooted in the lessons. Okay, now, when Wallace Wallace and Rasul took Farrakhan from New York and took him to Chicago, they stripped him of everything. Wallace broke him all the way down, okay, stripped him of everything, and put him in a storefront in Chicago, over a storefront, teaching Orthodox and Sunni Islam. It's on YouTube, and with a robe and a Arab headpiece, and had him teaching. He was Wallace's representative, teaching Orthodox and Sunni Islam. Okay, then and then Wallace changed his name to Halim, Abdul Halim Farrakhan. Okay, so now after Wallace realized he wasn't getting paid, Wallace resigned. Now it was Wallace that took all the chairs out of the temples. It was Wallace that made a white devil, female devil, a minister. It was Wallace that took the blackboard out of the temples. Okay, it was Wallace that he had such a hatred and a bitterness for the messenger from day one. And then after Wallace resigned, then later on he died. When he resigned, then Farrakhan left. When Farrakhan got tired of Wallace abusing him, he left Wallace, and then Farrakhan tried to restore the Nation of Islam. Now, when Farrakhan came out to restore the Nation of Islam, he didn't come back with no Bible. He came back with the Supreme Lessons. In the book that he put out, the covers was burgundy, green, and black. I got a black one right there that he came back with, teaching the messenger's teachings. You understand? But then up the road, he started from 75. No, excuse me. From say 77, 78 in that area, he came back teaching the messenger's teachings. Okay, and then up the road, then he started leaning towards that Orthodox and Sunni Islam. Now, Wallace changed the temples to Mars. So when Wallace died, why didn't he put it back Mars? Wallace changed it. Friday was Wisdom Night. Friday was Wisdom Night, the night when Malcolm would share all the wisdom that he gathered from the message during the week. Malcolm would teach that on Friday nights. There was no such thing as Juma prayer. So when Wallace is dead now, why didn't Farrakhan put it back? Okay? Why did he continue to sing Mars? Why did he continue with this Juma prayer? Why did he continue with this down on your hands and knees? Like the Sunni. That's all Sunni. Because he was still affected with this snake venom from Wallace. Now, let me explain prayer. There's nothing wrong with prayer, but they don't understand prayer. Prayer is a personal relationship between you and your Allah. So your best prayer is when you're in your home, in the privacy of your home, with yourself and your family. You can pray anywhere you want to. If you want to get down on your hands and knees, you want to make your salats and your rakat, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you come out of your home, how you going to pray with a desert rat, an Arab, a desert rat, a dog who's selling alcohol, drugs, and pork and tobacco to your people, and you're going to get down on your hands and knees with that? And then you're going to tell me that's Islam? No. God don't join nothing. Everything joins God.
Good goodness
of God, what you doing in the Christian church? The message made it plain that the Christian preachers is his worst enemy, and the Bible is a poison book.
Oh, come on.
Hold up. You want to hear it, don't you?
Goodness of grace.
The Quran, the Orthodox and Sunnis, he wouldn't give 2 cents for the Orthodox and Sunnis Islam, and he also never dealt with Dianetics and Scientology at all. Now, when the messenger went to the Arab world and was trying to ask them to help him, not help him set up a hospital, okay, in America for the people, help him set up a hospital. The Arabs rejected him, and they went and spent $96 million in a mosque down on 96th Street. Never invite they don't invite nobody to no mosque. You go down there, all you're gonna see is white Arabs. And if you go down there, they're gonna start speaking Arabic. So you won't, in other words, telling you get the hell out of here but you don't know what they're saying because it's in Arabic. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now, why are you bowing down to Arabs who selling alcohol, drugs, and pork during their holy month, which is supposed to be Ramadan? And after the prayer service, they go around the corner of your mosque selling alcohol, drugs, and pork to your people and giving young girls candy for oral sex and back of the store.
God, goodness of gracious. Hold up. My big brother, Barry Crumbly. What's up, big bro? He said, did Melchisedek know of Minister Woodrow out of Atlantic City, New Jersey, who was supposedly Elijah Muhammad's personal photographer and videographer?
Yes. Brother Woodrow was a hell of a powerful brother and had a large collection of the nation on video, real films and all that. But what happened when he got sick and passed away, nobody know what happened to that material. It wasn't passed on to nobody. If it was, nobody knows what happened to that material. Just like Muhammad Ali gave the most honorable a gold Mars, solid gold Mars in front of the world. Solid gold Mars. Where's the solid gold Mars? Plus his crowns. His crowns, he had like $150,000 in his crown. He had 2 black ones and a white one. Where's the crowns? You know what I'm trying to say? A lot of these things, bloodsuckers who don't want to keep these things available for the future generation. I don't know if they sold it. I don't know if it's in the pawn shop and storage. I do not know. But why are these things hidden and why are they looked upon as like a secret? This ain't masonry.
Let me ask you this. You say Thurman Smart, good Moorish World TV citizen, says, can you ask him if everyone that came out of Africa would be considered Islam or what religion was before that?
Okay. The Lord's foundation of Islam in America is the tribe of Shabazz. Now, after the tribe of Shabazz was brought here, the tribe of Shabazz built America. Now then, when the tribe of Shabazz was here, to keep a division, a divide and conquer thing going on, what the devil did, they went back into Africa and brought other people here to mix up with Shabazz. This is why it's hard for you to recognize Shabazz. The only way you can recognize a Shabazz now is through the mind, through the works, the actions, and the deeds. Because a lot of them who reject these teachings, everybody black, they're black people, original people, but then that Shabazz is the God, the producer of everything. Shabazz is the father and the mother of everything. So now you got a lot of offspring of Shabazz. You understand? But not originally Shabazz. Because when 50,000 years ago, when Shabazz went down into the East Asia to conquer the wild beasts was the rebellious ones that didn't go along with Shabazz. So those fade out. Just like 66 trillion years ago, when the Circle of Gods had a conference and it was different dialects being spoken. So Shabazz wanted to be one dialect, but a lot of the gods disagreed with that. So Shabazz says only one dialect, but what was the name of the dialect? The dialect was freedom, justice, and equality. So all the gods that rejected that, then Shabazz went into the center of the planet high explosion, blew up the planet, then the part that we call moon shot out 12,000 miles, and all the water came with this part. So all those that didn't come with this part died. So after the planet dropped 36,000 miles in 11 seconds and caught up by the powers of the sun and had it rotating in its own orbit, after the cellar was taking place, well, nobody down on this part but Shabazz. So all those rebellious ones who didn't want to accept one dialect, which is freedom, justice, and equality, that's the problem of today. It's too many different dialects, but there's only one that solved the problem. There's no problem. The problem on earth today is that everybody wants to speak a different language, but there's only one language. Freedom, justice, and equality for everybody. And when you establish freedom, justice, and equality for everybody, now you got peace on earth.
Good goodness gracious. All right, let me bring it home because I got about 15 more minutes, brother. This is you in there now. You in there now. As one of my teachers, Edwards L, used to say, "Oh, you in there now." Let me. I want to bring it home with these questions right here. I got about 15, 20 minutes. I want to bring it on home with this. So a question was asked: did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad? It's a 2-part question. Did the Honorable Elijah Muhammad appoint a successor? That's the first question.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad made it plain. It's right there on YouTube. After that question was asked, who would be your successor when you leave. He said there will be no need for a successor because there will be nothing for a successor to teach because I'm teaching everything now. He said the nation will run like a government. Now, every mosque, it shouldn't be mosque, it should be temple. Every temple has the right to select their own minister, captain, lieutenant, or select their own officials. They don't need nobody over them. Each one is independent to select their own administration for their temple. All funds that's collected in that area is supposed to be to develop the program, the same program that the Methodists did in Chicago. They're supposed to be the same thing in their community, and they don't need nobody's permission. So dictatorship here.
So let me underscore this. So each temple is independent unto itself.
Yes.
I got you. Okay.
Yes.
I'm underscoring it for clarification, family. We getting it from the experience Melchisedek. Don't say that I'm saying this.
This is not no one man show.
Right.
This is the government. Government go by rules and regulations. You want to be a mayor? It's put to a vote. You want to be the governor? A vote. Like what's going on today with the presidency? A vote. It's the people's choice to choose who they want to be in position.
So at one point, when I was thinking about as Farrakhan, the minister, was getting a little bit older, I was asking myself, who could replace the minister? I haven't seen anybody as charismatic. I once thought about, let me start off with Dr. Wesley Muhammad. I find him to be scholarly. I find him to be, he have a little bit of charisma, not as much as the minister, but I thought about, it's three people I'm thinking about, and we're going to start with Dr. Wesley Muhammad. What do you think about Dr. Wesley Muhammad?
Dr. Wesley is an excellent researcher.
Okay.
But he don't have no magnetic attracting power as far as attracting people under the heading of an agenda, an economical program, a progress report, or a financial report. You got to be a leader or head of an organization. You have to have an agenda. You have to have an economical program. You have to have a progress report and a financial report. And this is something, no disrespect to nobody, this is something that Minister Farrakhan never had.
But he seems to be moving things in a successful way. So is that essential?
No, he's not moving things in a successful way, because he was moving things in a successful way, and he had 49 years to replace what the messenger left, and it hasn't been done yet.
Okay, I got you. Now, about
you got to show and prove.
Yeah.
You can run your mouth. You got to show and prove.
Now, it's
you can say you drive a car, but how you going to drive a car and you never been in a car and ain't got no license?
So when you look at Dr. Wesley, though, when you look at Dr. Wesley, he seems as if that he does have some of the abilities, and he comes from the nation of gods and earth.
Yeah.
So
what's the problem?
No. Here's the question. I'm looking at the experience. You also come from the nation of gods and earth, and he went back into the mosque with the minister Farrakhan. Have you ever been inspired to go back to assist?
Never.
Oh my goodness.
You want to know why? There's no agenda, no economical program, no progress report, and no financial report. Where's the money? If you can't show me nothing and you got the money, that means you ain't doing nothing. Show and prove. The messenger left for $88 million program, and you can't replace nothing in 49 years? You had the Million Man March. You know how much money was taken in the Million Man March? That was enough money to replace everything the messenger left. It was time to build, show, and prove. But everybody took a goddamn vacation, and you didn't get no report or financial report until 6 months later, and no money was shown. Actual fact.
Good
If
goodness
anybody got a
gracious.
problem with that, you can go to hell and stay there, because I don't give a damn about you. We're going to deal with reality here.
Good goodness gracious. So I do have Wesley as one of the runner-up. Another runner-up that I would have to be is Nuri. Now I know Nuri, one of your favorites now.
You should have said that. You should have said that.
Nuri
is good. He has a good mind for economics. Nuri allowed himself to be a bloodsucker.
Oh, no.
Let me finish. Right now, Nuri, the 14th of this month, he got to fly out. The first of the month, everybody got to pay their rent. They got to pay the rent, the light bill, the cable bill, cell phone, all that, the first of the month. The 14th of November, which is next week, the 14th, Nuri got to fly out, coming into New York to Mars 7C, and the tickets is $200.
Come on.
When the brother brought it to my attention, I said, what is the $200 for? He said that they never explained what it's for. Now he's coming, all tickets is
$200.
Hold up. Plus, he brings his books, I call them comic books, because any book that's not giving life to the people is a comic book. Now he's going all over the country making lectures, which he gets an honorary. Then he got his book signing, which is a hustle. Now he's going to leave Indiana and come all the way to New York and charge $200 for Mars 7C.
Come on, stop it. Not $200 a person. It might be $200 for him to make an appearance.
Brother, go on YouTube and watch and look at the flyer. Go on the YouTube and look at the flyer, brother. When you hear me
I gotta look this
at
up.
the flyer. Go on YouTube. Put in Mars 7C, Nuri Muhammad, November 14th, and show it.
Man,
Don't be back to show it.
You said March 17th. I gotta look this up.
March
man.
14th.
March 14th.
Mars 7C.
Man.
Mars 7C, November 14th. And show it.
Let me see.
Flash it. I want the world to see it. That he's a blood sucker.
Oh my goodness.
$200. For what?
Yeah, I see the flyer, but I don't see the price.
Blow it up. Come on, don't play me. Blow it up.
Brother, I never imagined that though, brother. Wait
a minute. Well,
hold up. I'm looking at it now. Hold up. I'm looking for the price, bro. Let me find the price.
Blow it up.
Let me find the price. Hold up. Let me find the price. Let me go off Facebook, like you said, brother. But is he worth? I mean, he put in work. He might be worth $200 a person.
Well, steady. If he worked, then do that in Indianapolis. Don't come to New York with that.
That is a bit steep, though, man. I don't even think rappers charge that type money.
Brother, would you please read that flyer to your audience?
I'm trying to.
Stop trying to have mercy.
Now look, I'm trying to find. I'm gonna read the flyer.
Mars 7C, November the 14th. Nuri Muhammad, brother. Come on, stop playing.
Nah, listen. I actually see the flyer, but I don't see the price. You know what I mean? I actually see the flyer.
$200, brother, a ticket.
Good goodness gracious! But do you think anybody is worth $200?
Brother, ain't nobody worth $200.
You sat down.
Nobody worth $200. Hey, wait a minute. Listen, you missed the point. The first of the month, you paid your rent, your mortgage, your car note, your car insurance, your HBO, your cell phone. Come on. And you're going to bring books to sell to for book signing? Come on. You want to tell me that's not a bloodsucker? And wait a minute. And you haven't even explained what it's for? And you know where Mars 7C is at? You got to walk through an alley before you get to the Mars.
Come on, man. You got to stop this, brother.
It's the actual fact.
Oh, man.
Come on. No, you trying to stall time.
No, I ain't trying to stall, man. I'm kind of up.
Read it to the people and stop playing.
Muhammad Mas number 7C invites you Black Tie Gala, featuring special guest student minister Nuri Muhammad. Ticket price $200.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Goodness gracious.
Now,
But it's a black tie gala.
If that's not a blood sucker, after the first of the month, when people done paid all their bills and upkeep and everything, $200 for what? Wait a minute. Now, gala for what? For $200 for what? Put it back up there again. Let everybody see it.
Again?
Yeah, I want everybody to see
like the Wu say, again and again.
I want everybody to see what a bloodsucker he is.
Oh, I thought that was your guy, man.
Show it. There it is. $200. A ticket price, $200. And that's the same Negro a week or two ago that stood there. Everybody see that? I know. When you hear me talking, I know what I'm talking about. Bloodsucker. Now, check this out. That's the same Negro that stood in Mars Marion with a Halloween suit on.
No.
A Halloween suit with tight pants, and he said at the end of his lecture, "Oh, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is still physically alive." Now, the reason why he said that, because after that lecture, he was going to the auditorium or the where they got another place where you go to the in Marsh Marion to sell his books. Oh, books will be sold, book signing will be at such and such a place. That's a lying, two-faced hypocrite and a blood sucker to come and ask poor people for $200 after the first of the month when they got to take care of their upkeep. Wait a minute, they ain't go to the supermarket yet. And that's your main man, Nuri.
No, man, listen. Listen. Man, yeah, that is a steep price. So, do you think
would
he
you
has?
Would you pay $200? So you
Nah,
and your
brother.
queen,
Nah, I'm good.
$400.
Brother, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with
blood
you.
Sucker.
I be looking at some of these people like sometimes it go across my timeline like a Beyonce, and they be selling tickets starting at $200 and all that. They couldn't even get my $200, and I believe in the conscious struggle. They can't get my $200. There ain't nobody getting my $200 to hear you talk.
Brother, check this out. A couple weeks ago, I was at the.
I mean, now if it was some money to help build something, to help construct something, but just to talk, no, not just to talk. If I was going to help to assist you was in dire strait, or your family was in dire strait, or something like that, or you had some troubles, and yeah, but to talk.
And New York ain't even got a candy store. A brother standing by a newspaper stand selling papers, and the newspaper stand is open for rent. That's a bloodsucker. I want you to understand the word bloodsucker. They don't care about people. All they want is your contributions, donations, and charity to put in the white man's bank, because they ain't got no bank, because they were too damn dumb to keep the damn bank.
So you saying that Nuri couldn't be a candidate to bring it to be next up and bring it back? What I'm talking about is those that could be the successor of the Minister Farrakhan and that could bring it back to its original state.
That leadership is over.
What about Ishmael Muhammad?
Ishmael has to learn how to be Ishmael and stop trying to be Farrakhan.
Oh my goodness, brother, brother, I can ask you 1,000,001 questions from what I have observed, from what I learned and what I've studied, and brother, you always come in with something just to make us think a little bit. What do you mean that Ishmael is?
Because Ishmael says at that same interview that he's the biological son of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So you're the biological son. What are you doing worshiping somebody else? And if you're his son, Why aren't you living in one of his? You got three. The believers bought him the house, the palace. Why come you ain't in there? The believers bought the one in Arizona. Why ain't you in there? Now the believers with the messenger bought the headquarters, temple number 2, which is you say that's your biological son of the messenger. How can somebody name the temple number 2 and that was bought by the followers of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad? And you go along with it. Now, Ishmael, I want to ask you one question with respect. With respect, Ishmael. Where is your father since you are his biological son?
Hold up. Say that one more time.
Mr. Ishmael, out of respect, I'm only asking you a question. And remember, it's a freedom of speech. And the reason why I feel free to ask this question, because I know it's true. I'm talking to the FBI is tuned in. FBI, CIA, Homeland Security, Guards and Earth, Christians, Dianetics, Scientology, Orthodox, the world. I'm asking Ishmael a question. Everybody else, mind your business, because he said he's the biological son. Now, if you're the biological son, Ishmael, I'm asking you a question. Where is your father?
The minister said that he's on the mother plane. Nuri said he's on the mother plane, and he's still in existence.
So, Islam is mathematics. Mathematics in Islam can be proven in no limited time. So you're going to tell me that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has been on the mother plane for 49 years.
That's what, brother, don't look at me. I'm the messenger, not the messenger, but I'm.
Okay. If you believe your father's on the mother plane, how come somebody else can go there who's not a family member, and you're the biological son, but you can't go?
Brother, you something else tonight, brother. You are something else tonight, brother. Hey, brother, that's our time, though, brother. Brother, can we get another date, bro? I want to get into some of these, brother. I want to get into some of the Tony Muhammads. I want to get into
one more question.
This is something, man. Boy, you gonna have the fruit mad at me, man.
Ishmael never had an agenda, never had an economical program, never gave a financial report and a progress report. How are you going to be in charge of something with no agenda, no economical program, no progress report, no finance report? What you haven't, for the years you've been in the nation, you haven't made no contribution. You always lived off the charity donations and contribution of the believers.
What do he do for a living?
He's on the payroll.
I'm just messing with you.
You know what the salary is?
What's that?
A bean pie and a carrot cake.
You ain't right, brother. Bro, why you want to get the fruit mad at me, man?
Brother, look, we having a conversation. All I'm saying to them, call in and prove me wrong. Nobody's going to call in and prove me wrong. I told y'all, I'll sit down. I told you, the administration, the laborers, the officials, ministers, captains, lieutenants, and the council. Let's sit down with respect, and put the teachers on the table, and let's see if we're going the way of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And here's another thing. Ishmael came to New York on 127th Street and Lynx Avenue, Malcolm X Boulevard, where the street name, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's Way. That street is they renamed the street. Junior Shabazz Allah did that. Now here you at the mosque on the street named after your father, and you didn't even acknowledge it.
Brother, let me close with this. Let me close with this, brother, because we got another show coming, and I'm going to wait on you to give me the date like you did this one. Brother, I've asked you this before, and for those who are watching tonight, I'm going to ask one more time. Brother. I got to ask you right after this message.
Step into a world where style meets comfort. Welcome to Divine Apparel, your ultimate destination for trendy fashion that speaks to your soul. Whether you're looking for the perfect t-shirt to express your personality, a stylish snapback to complete your look, or a cozy hoodie for those chill days, we've got you covered. At Divine Apparel, we believe that every piece should empower you. Divine Apparel, where your style is a reflection of who you are.
So, bro, they have Farrakhan, the minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, as the Christ in our midst. Have you heard that before, first of all? Have you heard that before?
Yeah. Okay, can I go into that? Can I get 5 more minutes?
Brother, you can take how much time you want because I want to understand how he is the Christ in our midst. No disrespect for those who believe that philosophy, but I want to get it from you because you walked with the brother, you studied with the brother, and you supported him with blood, sweat, and tears at one point in time. So what do you say to that?
Okay, let me say it. You don't have nobody in the nation, administration, official, or labor, minister, captain, lieutenant, or secretary that supported Minister Farrakhan more than me. And I'm going to give Farrakhan credit. I did it for over 20 years, nonstop. Took the Final Call building from Chicago, brought to 125th Street, and every weekend I'm out there with 1,000. I'm supplying all the brothers. I'm the source supplying all the brothers right there in Jersey. Okay? Richard Muhammad, Kevin Muhammad, who else? Mustafa, Sammy, they call him Mustafa now, I think, or Mustafa, I think they call him now. Toy, I'm supplying, and brothers was coming from all Jersey, Philadelphia, Washington, all over. I'm supplying, brother, with with Minister Farrakhan's lectures. At one time, they had Final Calls all over the country. In the Final Call newspaper, you had about maybe 40 or 50 Final Call stores set up all over. And I'm supplying all of them, brother. I'm telling you what I know. I'm on 125th Street for 12 years, nonstop, rain, cold, snow, or whatever. So right by Sonetta, and then I moved down the street because we got so hot because he was cooking black man's garden, white man's the devil. Now, one thing I'm going to give Mr. Farrakhan credit for. He never said a word, brother. Never said a word. And I got paid. Right now, I got a storage with maybe $50 or more $1,000 worth of all Nation Muhammad, Farrakhan, Nuri, and everybody else in my storage because I know it's going to be in great demand later on up the road. Okay? Now, let me put this in there and then I'm going to get right back to that. To the garbage can conversation. You should not be in front of the world with a face full of dog hair, okay, looking like you crawled out of a garbage can in a barber shop that you ain't even got a chair in there, so you might be sleeping in there. So whenever you're ready for Melchisedek, you get in touch with Tahaka. No problem. I will drag you from Jericho to Jerusalem with the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Could you disrespect the messenger and you looking like a garbage can Negro? And I believe you was an agent because you're not known. You just popped up. You understand? Now, how you going to talk about somebody you don't even know? You understand?
And I can concur. I didn't see the brother angle to be so angry at the NOI. I really didn't understand.
But brother, he was never in the nation. So what do you know about the messenger? And I always make it plain when a man comes to a man's personal life, it ain't nobody's business. And everybody should mind their business and focus on their own low-life activities. Now you're going to go in the ghetto and get some ghetto whores that were made in America, pay them $2 to come and say he got 7 wives. You are stupid. And with the dog hair all over your face, you ain't got to let the world know that your favorite dish is shrimps and tuna fish. Okay? All right? Now that's that. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready for you. Okay, now let's go to the messenger.
Not the messenger.
No.
Farrakhan being the Christ.
Yeah, I'm going to that. Right. Almighty God Allah in the person of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad is Mahdi. Almighty God Allah in the person of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad is the Son of Man. Almighty God Allah in the person of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad is the Messiah. Almighty God Allah in the person of Master W.D. Farrakhan Muhammad is the Christ, the Crusher. Okay? Now, you can take all the prophets, Moses, Jesus, Abraham, I don't care, put them all together. All the wise men on earth, everybody on earth, in the nation, out the nation, I don't care where you are, this goes for you. You get down on your hands and knees in front of the feet of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You do not qualify to shine his shoes, kiss his feet, sit in his seat, or sit on his Taurus stool. I said that more than once. And anybody who feels dumb enough, they get those qualifications, show and prove. Show me your works, show me your actions, and show me your deeds. And if you can't show and prove, I'm talking to everybody, even myself. If you can't show and prove, do yourself a favor and keep your mouth shut and stop making an ass out yourself.
But is he the Christ in our midst? I'm trying to talk to the
brother.
Huh?
Christ, the Christ, according to their Bible, or Quran, did Christ heal the sick? Did Christ make the lame walk? Did Christ open the eyes of the blind?
So here's a brother right here. He said, Briz Rothstein TV says the minister absolutely is.
The brother, everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe, but it's not an actual fact because they can't prove it.
So what? How can you prove he's not the Christ?
Because he turned his back on Almighty God Allah in the person of Master W.D. Farrakhan.
Brother, that's a strong statement, brother.
Listen. He turned his back and went with Wallace, became a Balalian. His name changed to Halim. Now, once the messenger put you on post, and you abandon your post, and you desert your post, you can't get back on post unless the messenger put you back. But the messenger never put him back on post because the messenger wasn't here. He left. So he's not really the representative of the messenger. He left. Actual fact. And now, if you don't believe what I'm saying, go to 1975, when they had the big Savior's Day, when they held up Wallace D. Muhammad, and he pledged allegiance to Wallace. Go check it out. 1975 video. Post that. Now, this is not talking about Minister Farrakhan. I'm dealing with actual facts. Now, anybody that wants to believe that, you have that right. But you can't prove it. And you can't show me what has been done in 49 years.
You was about to say that that Jesus healed the blind and he made the people walk. And were you going to compare that to the minister? Do he has to do those things to show and prove that he's the Christ, though?
Brother, I really don't want to embarrass the minister because he did do good work.
He said, brother, this is a
I don't want
brother.
Brother. Can you handle it?
I ain't gonna have no choice. You say I need to accept actual fact.
Okay, I'll put it this way. When a man has numerous of medical problems, blowed up like Baba conversation said, put on maybe 100 or 200, blowed up like that, medical problem, cluster bags, in a wheelchair.
Oh, come on.
Do nothing. I don't want to do that. The man did good work. He had his day, but it's over. All he can do now is sit down in his rocking chair and play his violin. He had his day. He did good work with what he had, whatever level that he was under whatever level of understanding he had. He did the best he could. Best he could with what he had to work with. I'll give him credit for that. He did good work, but it's over. It's a brand new day because this is the day of 7,000 years. I made it plain before, not just to him, to everybody. If your father's a white man, you have 6 ounces of brain, and your mind's up and down like a seesaw at times. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. Because every day you want to be like Wallace. Every day you want to be something different. You understand me? He can't go no further. He did the best he could, but he can't go no further because he doesn't have no agenda, no economical program, no progress report, and no financial report. Never did. And the contribution, donation, charity, and all that is in the slave master's bank. And they can freeze it anytime they get ready. If you step over the line, you can go to your bank right now and put your PIN number in there, and it can come up zeros. And when you call, and they'll tell you your account has been frozen until further notice.
You got a point.
Because they didn't keep the bank. How in the hell are you going to be the bank and all these titles, and you ain't got a bank to put the charity in?
I think you got a point.
You got your money in the slave master's bank. He got control. Then he
I'm trying to rebuild the Moorish Temple of America. Man, you give me a lot to think about, brother, that we got to be accountable to the people. You know what I mean?
Hold up. How many times you heard Mr. Farrakhan say, if you go in the slave master's name, you still belong to the slave master and you are controlled by the slave master. Now, in the lessons, it says, Master W.D. Wallace Muhammad says that no labor should continue in a devil's name, and the registry should be clear of all devil names. So any official or laborer or official that has a devil's name and been around for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're not even qualified for no position.
Let me close with this, brother. You mentioned the devil and the devil name. Brother, you got some European friends. Stop it, brother. I know you do.
Hold on. Wait, my lawyer is the devil.
Brother. My lawyer's the devil. Come on, bro.
Wait a minute.
My goodness.
My lawyer got the same lessons you got.
Oh, my goodness, man.
I taught my lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, now check this out. In his office, he got my crown.
You raised him to a perpendicular.
Yeah, right. Now check this out.
You raised him.
You can have a devil associate, but they're not friends. Because if you come heading up friends, you're gonna get friendly. And when you get friendly, they get close. Now they give you your daughter, or they set you up to bring you down. Because you're only gonna go so far up when you're friends. Because you ain't gonna surpass him in his game. America is the white man's game. And you can't come to this game with $2 and the game costs for $10. You understand? He's gonna bring you down. Now if you don't believe it, go ask Diddy.
And let's wrap up right there, because now listen, the next conversation we got to have is we got to talk about Muhammad Ali. We got to talk about his relationship with Elijah Muhammad as well as with Farrakhan. We got to talk, brother, don't you say a word now. I am going to give you all the questions that someone has never asked, because you were there and I got many of them.
All those that you're naming, no disrespect.
No, I don't
I know
touch
the
it.
history. Wait a minute. I know the history.
Bro, I got many more names. This is going to be a catalog of phenomenal interviews, because I'm well read in the subject. I'm well observed. I've observed the history of the NOI.
Every question you asked, I responded.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Without hesitation.
And you are best qualified, because you don't have an agenda to try to attack people. You have an agenda to tell the truth. Don't add, don't take away, and keep it pushing.
Yeah. And also, I republished 16 publications of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
We're going to stop right there, bro. Give some shout outs, bro. No, I want you to say nothing.
You got to put my Cash App there for the publication.
Oh, absolutely. I got you.
My Cash App is $.
I'm about to $.
Allah, capital L, capital A, Allah, ALLAH, 24K. $, Allah, 24K. Post it. Let me see you post it. Put it up there.
Hey, listen. You got to send me one of them on the arm, man. I need. You know how we used to say in the streets, on the arm. Come on, man. We a team here now. You got to send me one on the arm.
All you got to do is send me your PO. You got a PO box, right?
Absolutely.
Well, just send me your PO box. Now put my Cash App. I don't see it.
I want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure I spelled your name right. And actually, I'm gonna put it in the
No, it's $, Allah, 24K.
That's what I just did. $, but I put Melchisedek beside it, so they know that that's yours. You see what I'm saying? But I'll put it down there just like this, and I'll have it in. You should have told me earlier that when I made the show, I will put it in the description section. But after the show come down, I will also put it in the description section.
Well, let me see it. I don't see it.
It's on there. It's coming up there right now. It's all over the screen right now. Oh, I see. You want it right here. There you go. I put it right there.
I want to see it.
Right there.
$.
Who
Allah,
did that? Hold up. That was
$, Allah, 24K. That's all. You don't need no $, after that. Just put $, Allah, 24K.
Here it is right here.
With it, $, Allah, 24K. $, Allah, 24K. Got it?
That's it.
Put all over. Now, another thing. I'm 88 years old. Now, November the 20th is my birthday. I'll be 89. Bill born. Bill born with some more knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, all the publications. Oh, here it is. Now, every FOI is mandatory that they have the FOI uniform, the Supreme Lessons from Master Farrakhan Muhammad, and the FOI training manual. Mandatory.
So listen, when we get into this, though, we're going to get into some of the teachings, too, now, once we go on. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you about some of this stuff about the moon being blown out from the earth. I'm going to ask you about the distance of the sun from the earth. I'm going to ask you all. I got some good questions for you, brother. But we still got to get through the people first. We got to get to the big players first.
No problem. Oh, no. Wait a minute. For the MGTs, it's mandatory from the Supreme Lessons from Master Farrakhan Muhammad, the Supreme MGT Guide for the MGTs, and the Woman Islam by Queen of Bernstein, Sharif Muhammad, and the Woman Islam by Queen Clara Muhammad. Oh, and each brother got to have the cookbook, the Muslims cookbook, and the sisters.
And I'm going to ask you about the how to eat to live, too, because there's a lot of sugar in them bean pies now. Yeah, but we ain't going to get into that right.
those books, the Chicago Takes Care, Mention the Black Man for America, I'll say that's right, How to Eat to Live, Part 1 and 2. I deal with the publications that they don't deal with, that these was made, done, published in the Muhammad Speaks newspaper plant. So when they got rid of the plant, that's when I came in and started doing it. But now that's not me. Memphis Sagittarius from he's in Michigan, I think now. He kept it alive. Sagittarius and Khalifa.
But I'm gonna give you some challenging questions in the future now. So go. You ready?
Hey, you always give me challenging questions, and I come right back with it, and you know it. Come on.
Yes,
now.
you do,
brother. You ain't gonna find another brother in the nation that gonna respond to them questions like me. Not one. Not one.
Goodness gracious, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. Hey, family, let's welcome our guest, Melchisedek Shabazz Allah. When he give me the call, he will be back to address some more of the most giant of figures that walked in the Nation of Islam, beside himself, amongst him, around him, and that he surely knew of. Because if you have seen him and heard of these figures, we are most definitely sure that he has. Brother, give a little bit shout outs to your people.
Give a shout out.
Absolutely.
Baba TV, your name is Baba TV, Every Time Fire, Infinite Allah School in Mecca, True Seeker. Who else?
Don't forget your boy Sarnetta. You can get Sarnetta too. Get Sarnetta too. He needs some help. He needs some help over there.
And Sarnetta Black News 102.
All right.
Sarnetta Studio and Wakil Allah, Block Talk Radio. Let me see who else. I think that's about it. About 6 or 7. I'm on all those channels. Okay. Oh, I used to be on them. You probably remember him. Laugh at First Sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laugh at First Sight. But he got scared because his wife is a white Catholic. I got the picture. When you got his wife is a white Catholic, a white Catholic hoe. You know what I'm saying? But he was afraid.
Oh my goodness! Come on.
He was afraid I was going to reveal that, and he was the agent, just like garbage can conversation is an agent, brother. Trust me, because no way you can speak about something that you have no knowledge of and wasn't there. He's getting paid now. How is he? Where he getting the money to pay all these outside whores to lie that they're the messenger's wife? Where's he getting the money to travel?
I don't think the brother have a trustworthy story. I don't think, I like, for instance, and I said this on the show the other night, my relationship with the conversation is because the Moorish Science Temple of America, as well as the NOI, has an intermingling relationships from the inception of the NOI and throughout the days of the Moorish Science and NOIs. But when you have someone that has no relationship, no connection, no nothing, and speaking on it, it kind of makes a person suspect. Like, what's your motivation? Like, me and you, or me and somebody from the NOI, we can go toe to toe and we can look at the philosophy, we can look at history, but we both have invested interests. But when you look at someone that has no invested interest, they don't care about our people. They don't care about the truth, whether it comes out or not. They're just sensationalizing information for what reason, though? So, yeah, I don't find the brother to be trustworthy at all.
The one Leon always runs his mouth he lives in a shelter for the homeless, and he's a crackhead. So barbershop conversation, garbage can conversation, interviews him, but Leon half the time is lying, don't know what he's talking about. That he was from Philadelphia, he was with Jeremiah and all that stuff, all that fantasy. He's a bum. And sometimes he come down to New York on 34th Street, panhandling, begging for money and stuff like that. He's nothing but a lying, two-faced hypocrite.
Have you ever gave him a few dollars, though?
Oh, do give him. He's a crackhead.
Man, let me let you go. Okay, brother, I need you to call me and let me know when we're going to do another one. We're going to let this marinate.
And when I call you, I want you to put the flyer together a week in advance.
I got you, brother. I got you.
And let everybody know the time. Not 7 o'clock and then 9:30.
No, I got to do what I got to do, brother. I got a family. I got a business.
Well,
I got
Sunday when you got a break.
I don't get no break. I mean,
you do it Sunday?
God only sleep in the Bible on the seventh day.
Okay. Well, Sunday is more Sundays more easy.
God only rests in the Bible on the seventh day. Not in my life. I don't get no break.
Wait. No, my point is, on a Sunday you get a little break because you.
Yeah, I'll get you on a Sunday show. That's my prime time. I got you. Next time we do it on Sunday at 7.
On a Sunday.
On 7. God Hour. You want to do it on God Hour?
Yeah, right. Now you're going to advertise it a week in advance.
Man, listen, I got flyers all over the place. You be on Facebook though. Where else you be at?
I'm all over the place. What are you talking about? I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I'm everywhere. What are you talking about?
But you don't see me. You ain't my friend on Instagram, are you?
Well, make me your friend.
You only seeing Facebook, brother. We run this social media thing. We everywhere. You never there.
Are you my friend on Facebook?
Yep, on Facebook.
You my friend on Facebook?
But you don't see up. Absolutely.
Okay, I'll check you out. Well, okay, put me your friend on Facebook.
Man, hold up. We got to give our brother that connected us too. What his brother name is, John?
No, the connector was Baba.
I mean, Baba connected. I mean, we met in New York before too, but Baba connected. But the brother that called me, that ended up searching my number and called me. Come on, brother. The brother that work out. He the one that called my line. And man, I can't think of the brother name. Man, my apology, big bro. He called me and set up our conversation, and we can't forget that, brother.
With Jason Miller?
Jason, brother.
Jason. Oh, I did an interview with Jason.
But we can't forget Jason, because Jason the one that researched my number and reached out to me.
Jason Miller.
You can't forget Jason, brother.
And I did an interview with Jason Miller called Father Build, Father Supreme on his channel.
Shout out to Jason Miller. Shout out to him, brother. Because he tracked me down.
Yes, he did. But he told me, I said, well, track him down, find him, tell him I'm ready. Brother, I'll sit down with anybody. You know why? I don't have no problem. All I do is tell the truth.
But that's what it is. That's what it is. Don't forget. Let me know your next availability, and we're going to get busy, all right?
And you're going to put the flyer out a week, at least a week in advance, to let everybody know.
I got you. I got you. I got you. This the Harker Bay. I can put it on 24 hours. It gonna do what it do.
Yeah, but you took a little over a week this time.
Man, I'm busy this week, man. I'm busy, man. I gotta, man. Listen, let me, man. If I explain my whole life, man, it's something, man. This week was a busy one.
No, I respect you because you're family oriented. That's good. That's good.
Man, you hear my children in the background?
Beautiful, brother. If a man can't be God if he ain't got no children.
So the LGBT can't be God? No, I'm just messing. That's another conversation. I'm just playing. Rainbow people, don't you come for me. I'm just joking.
Hey, can 2 nuns be a mother?
Man, I don't know.
And let me make this plain. There's no such thing as a female minister and a female imam. Female minister is a no-no.
We're going to get into them teachings. We got about 2 more shows before we get into those teachings. With that being said, I appreciate you, brother.
Okay. All right, nothing personal. Nothing personal. We're dealing with reality. And I have love and respect for everybody. Whether you accept or reject, it makes no difference to me. Okay? Because I don't run a daycare center, a nursing home, a shelter for the homeless, or a senior citizen center. Okay? We deal with reality. I be Melchisedek Shabazz Allah, the high priest. I've been out here for 88 years. Next month, the 20th of November, I will be 89 years old. Okay? So take care of yourself. Love you, respect you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
Post it. I want to see it tonight. Post it.
It's up there, brother. It's on. So, family, I was thinking, kick about the bed. So, family, I appreciate y'all. I think this is a timely interview, but listen, we not finished yet. There are other figures that is never spoken about within the NOI past. Like I don't even know the real story behind Muhammad Ali. I don't know the real story behind Muhammad Ali, how he ultimately would go Sunni. I've heard stories, but I would love to hear, press 7 if you would love to hear Melchisedek rendition of what happened to Muhammad Ali. How about some of the other sons of Elijah Muhammad? We always hear about Wallace. There's others. Wouldn't we want to hear about them? I know the other's name. We can talk about it right now. But I'm just saying, if you are interested in that, in this story, family, I'm gonna keep it flowing. What I want you to do is I want you to share this, and family, stay in tune with Moorish Workd TV. Hit that thumbs up so it can get shared. Also, subscribe, family, subscribe. Listen, and hit the bell for alerts. If it's a show that you don't want to see, then family, just go to something else. But hit the alert so when Melchisedek or someone else interesting comes up that you are interested in, because we all are not interested in the same thing. If I'm dragging Freaky Reeky, you might not be interested in that. Okay, but boom, let it fly. But when I bring in someone like Melchisedek or someone of that caliber, or even say, for instance, if Wesley get gutsy enough and want to respond and lay out his premise, I will be I will give Wesley the utmost respect. I will not challenge him, nor will I debate him. You don't want to miss that. Or if somebody else that's under the Farrakhan leadership wants to step up and wants to respond, I will be of the utmost respectable interviewer. But I will ask the hard questions, but I will not try to debate one that is responding. You know what I'm saying? I will not try to debate one that's responding. And so if you want to catch those type of shows, family, at the end of the day, come on through. But make sure you hit that alert. With that being said, family, that's right. I really enjoyed this conversation, but I gotta go.
Step into a world where style meets comfort. Welcome to Divine Apparel, your ultimate destination for trendy fashion that speaks to your soul. Whether you're looking for the perfect t-shirt to express your personality, a stylish snapback to complete your look, or a cozy hoodie for those chill days, we've got you covered. At Divine Apparel, we believe that every piece should empower you. Divine Apparel, where your style is a reflection of who you are.